Well, good morning, or afternoon, or evening, depending on your time zone. Happy Sunday, I'm here. I'm up. I'm blind. Well, that's not true, that's an exaggeration. I clean these, make them all shiny so I can see precisely what's going on in this morning's journey. Joining me today is my co-host, vaguely uncomfortable dog who insists on sleeping in the cat bed despite the full-size dog bed to his right. Let me see if I can zoom in on the little buddy. I am less awake than well, I'm awake, but the thing is, I keep dropping things today. I dropped a lot of things. You know, nothing broke. I haven't done any damage yet. I haven't managed to Hulk smash anything so far. But like, I was making my coffee and I had my sweetener packet and I was like gonna sprinkle, because usually I do like a half or a third and then I use the rest later because I don't need much, but I do like a little bit. And I just dropped the whole thing and I just watched the little paper just like saturate, and you could see like the stream of the sweetener mixing with the coffee and exiting the packet, and I just had to fish it out with a spoon. And I mean, it was fine. It actually dispensed, I think, about the correct amount. I think it all worked out. But it's one of those days. I would like to thank Crow Potato for subbing before the stream even started. Thank you very much, and welcome to the Squirrel Squad. And today, I'm, what do they call it? Bandwagoning. I am doing the cool kid thing with all the, well, not with any cool kids, specifically by myself. I'm very much antisocial. And I want to talk a little bit about, well, do I want to talk or am I just going to? Because that's what we do here. I'm going to talk a little bit about what changed my mind, because some of you may remember that as of Friday, I wasn't really feeling the classic hype, and it was fine. I wasn't against it or anything, but I was playing my Mistweaver instead. And a couple of things, I think, really led to a bit of a change of heart for me. One of them was, if I hear "why isn't this classic" one more time, I'm going to die inside. But secondly, and that's, I'm exaggerating, it's totally fine, it's a very understandable thing to ask. But, you know, there had to be something that I was missing, because everybody that I knew, maybe one or two exceptions, but basically everybody was just head over heels in love with it, regardless of how they felt going into it. So I figured I had to be missing something. I had only given it, well, I'd given it a few tries. I tried it on beta, and then, well, I tried it on the post-BlizzCon session, and then I tried it on beta, and then I tried it on launch. And none of those things had really sold me. And it occurred to me that maybe I just hadn't found the right class yet. So I did something vaguely drastic, and I deleted my priest. I know, she was gorgeous, she was a dwarf, it was beautiful, but if it was meant to be, I would have been playing her. I am not this dwarf, I'm just standing in front of him. I didn't plan for this to be a dramatic reveal, but it's working out great. Now, I figured I really need to be a gnome. I really need to be a gnome, and that kind of left my options as a warlock, because I also really wanted to be a pet class. I put some serious thought into being a hunter, because that also sounds delightful to me. I really like pet classes. I like pet classes in Classic specifically for some reason. Part of me is still wondering if maybe I should have been a hunter, because I'm totally down to fish all day and like stock up food for my buddy and feed my buddy. Like, that's the one thing that I wish they had kept in live. But I decided I want to be a gnome, because if I was a hunter, I would have to be a dwarf or a human, and not, well, sorry, not a dwarf or a human, a dwarf or a night elf. And neither of those things really appealed to me quite as much as this did. So I am Hazel, the dwarf, or the gnomin, that's not a word, the gnome warlock. I am level 10, and my companion here, his name is Zigfip, and in my opinion, that's the superior imp name. Every time I run past another imp in Classic, I like check out their name and I go, yep, mine's better. Every single time. I don't care. Me and Zigfip are in it. What are you guys up to? Lipstick? Why, thank you. It's actually a sample. Maybe I should buy it, because I do like wearing it, specifically with this shirt, because the shirt's got like a little bit of red in it, but it's mostly black, and I like wearing loud lips with like dark clothes for some reason. Well, either very dark or very light, just not in the middle. You don't want, or at least I don't want, like a really red lip with like a teal shirt. Somebody can do it. I don't think it's me, especially not when you add in the purple hair. I start to look like crayons just attacked me and threw me on a children's program. Oh boy. Let's see. I hate when a case of the drop starts. It tends to be a full day affair when it happens to someone. I'll have to try not to handle anything too delicate. Although, I do have today... What's on my schedule? After the stream, I need to clean the aquariums and water all the plants. So I need to not drop my plants. And then I need to do Patreon stuff because it's September. It's officially September. So I got to... After the stream, I'm going to post up the Patreon wallpaper. Or sorry, yeah. I mean, the wallpaper's for everybody. If you're a Twitch sub, you'll get an email, assuming that it doesn't hit your spam folder. You'll get an email with a little mobile wallpaper that I put out every month for my supporter people, patrons and subs and members and 97,000 other words that all mean the same thing. What else am I going to say? I'm not in a big hurry. That's the other thing about Classic. I am... in the least amount of hurry that you could possibly imagine. Novad, thank you very much for the sub. Welcome to the Squirrel Squad. Appreciate that. I'm in the least amount of hurry ever. If I am kind of just following my heart, and if I feel like I want to stop and fish for 15 minutes to grind up my cooking skill, I'm going to do that. In fact, I did that. My cooking skill is 87 of 150. If I feel like, man, I just want to fight boars and get some crag boar meat so I can stock up on my crag boar beer-basted boar ribs and get myself that sweet 2 stamina buff food, then I'm gonna do that. I'm not going anywhere in a hurry, and that's fine. So I may be a little stubborn about just kind of going where the wind takes me, and in my opinion, that's how I want to play. For professions, I've set, well, originally for professions, I felt like the herb elk wasn't doing anything for me on the priest, so I wanted to try tailoring enchanting, because then I was like, I can make myself my own robe, I can make my own bags, I can enchant myself some wands. And then my guildie was like, yo, you want some bags and a wand? Because I've got tailoring and enchanting, and then he hooked me up. So I got all these woolen bags, I got a wand on, and then another one waiting for level 13, so shout out to Alar. But I don't need, like half of my goals were met, so I was like, well, alright. I guess I'm going to go herb elk then, and I'm just gonna make myself potions. Like, I looked at the auction house, that interface is a nightmare, and they're not I feel like a lot of people must be grinding herbs and leveling alchemy because they're not selling very well, and that's fine. I'm perfectly happy to play in a fairly self-contained way. I'm not really here to do group content. I don't really like grouping for quests. I'm kind of having fun soloing stuff. So, I'm perfectly happy to just, like, farm herbs, make myself healing pots. I really wish that they stacked, you know, in stacks bigger than 5, but it's classic, so you get what you get. Requirements for your YouTube channel to have subscriptions. Will you lose the ability to sub if you're not active enough there? No, I think that once you unlock it, it's based on how many subs you have. I don't think they're gonna revoke it if I'm not active enough. Are you saying that I've just given up on YouTube videos and they're not gonna let me have subs anymore? No, no, I think once you get it, you're good. Is this classic? It is. I wish my man cave would look like yours, Hazel. I have a pretty sweet woman cave going on here. I especially once I decided that it was high time for me to decorate, and I just shoved in shelving that didn't really fit just so I could have more plants. I'm really feeling the vibes. Let's see. If you're a gnome, you can hide in small places. Warlock is tough, though. I'm following my heart. Yeah, it is a little hard. I find that if I've got 2 things and nobody to help me, I need to be really smart. I just got fear recently. So my new thing is, like, I'll fear one of them and then it buys me a temporary reprieve, but then, you know, it brings back friends and then I'm in trouble. So I've been having a lot of fun. I think the other thing that was important for me to do in order to kind of get started in Classic was to get started off stream. I played a lot yesterday, despite the fact that I'm only level 10. I did a bunch of stuff. I played a lot, and I wasn't in Discord, and I wasn't streaming, and I didn't really tell anybody aside from my husband because I just kind of wanted to get going without feeling dumb. I wanted to be able to run around and figure things out by myself and figure things out with the benefit of my entire attention and just sort of get started without having everything told to me, because sometimes it's hard to figure things out when they're being told to you because you don't have the context of clues that you get when you discover it for yourself. So it was good for me to like run around and be like, oh, hey, this person's going to sell me grimoires to teach my imp stuff. And, you know, this is the level that I'm going to need to get to get this thing. And this is where I have to go to find a recipe to cook this type of fish. And just like, you know, just kind of wander around aimlessly for a while without feeling like I'm dumb. I am dumb, but, you know, if I can avoid the feeling for a day, that was a good start. Add-ons in Classic. Yeah, that was another thing I did, was I changed my mind. Originally, my plan was that if I'm going to play Classic, I'm going to do it with no add-ons and get, like, a real vanilla experience. The vanilla-ist of vanilla. And then, I don't know really what changed my mind. I just changed my mind out of nowhere, and I was like, you know what? I am getting add-ons. I think there was something... Oh, you know what it was? Also, Jigglyfly Joe, thank you for the 3 months. Congrats on your butterfly. You know what it was? I was at the auction house, and I was like, there has to be a better way. So I went looking, and I actually didn't get anything. I tried. I downloaded TSM, but it wasn't working. It said it was gonna, but then it didn't. And then I probably did it wrong. And then I downloaded, and then I gave up. But while I was getting an auction add-on that didn't work out for me, I was like, I was getting other popular add-ons that at least I was familiar with. So, more Bark, thank you very much for the Prime sub. Welcome to the Squirrel Squad. Squirrel Squad. Yeah, so I got other things that I just have on live. So I picked myself up my shadowed unit frames. I picked myself up Bartender so I could give myself my standard bar layout. What else did I get? What else do I have? Some things that I'm not convinced that I'm going to stick with. But so, coordinates at the top here. I don't think I'm actually going to turn that off because I haven't really been using them. And they're kind of cluttering my view here. Not really, but, you know. The more information is on my screen, the more stressed out I'm going to be. So I only need the information that I need. Rannick1996, thank you very much for the sub. Welcome to the Squirrel Squad. So yeah, I got KUI nameplates because they were supposed to work, but then they didn't. Or at least it said it was out of date. Maybe I should try because I did want the nameplates. But I'm not going to worry about it for now. I'm not going to worry about it for now. I got Leatrix and then decided that I didn't want to have the auto-looting that fast because I couldn't see what I was looting. But Shadowed Unit Frames for sure. Easy Junk is a junk selling add-on. That's been working out for me, and it is also showing me vendor prices in tooltips without me having to be at a vendor. That I'm fine with. For me, it's about trying to find a comfortable level of quality of life without taking away what is making Classic engaging for me. Tyrandian, thank you very much for the 2 months. Much love, Hazel. Cheers. Because, so, I've been doing a lot of thinking about... And it just kind of coincides with what I've been reading about. Oh, I'm never going to be able to explain this properly. Why removing so much quality of life can make something more fun. Why making something less fun can make it more fun. And part of it is that once you've outsourced a task to a, you know, an upgrade to the game or a mod or a website or whatever, you no longer get the satisfaction of figuring it out for yourself, and you end up being like a little bit numb to whatever it was that you were doing. So like on Live WoW, when I plug all of my gear into a sim to tell me what to wear and how to spec it, it works, and that's really the only realistic way to do it, but I don't feel like I am making... I don't get the satisfaction of choosing, which is really part of playing an RPG is making choices as opposed to looking them up. So, for example, questing. I don't have any add-ons to show me where quests are or where to turn them in. I know that they exist and I've decided to go without them because I'm actually really enjoying the experience of going into my quest text and reading them to get context clues and then figuring that out within what I know about the area. I feel like not having a quest helper add-on is helping incentivize me to actually learn the area, so I could go, of course, this depot is northeast of me, and if I go down this lake and hang a right, I'm going to be at this ridge. And that's something that I wouldn't really have learned if I just had it on my map. So I'm trying to find ways to make Classic convenient enough for me to not, you know, the thing like vendor prices in the tooltip, I wasn't really going to ever memorize all of them, so I'm totally fine to just have them here. But I don't really want quest markers on my map. I did get details, and I did get details. You can't see it because it's behind the dog frame. That's probably fine. I just wanted to be able to see how much damage I'm doing relative to how much damage I was doing an hour ago. My original imp name was Partik, if memory serves. Always liked that one myself. I forgot about this in Classic. Hunters can have a melee weapon because you can't use your bow. I'm ridiculously excited about that. Yeah, and your melee weapon matters because often things are in that dead zone, and you have to keep up with 2 weapons. I think the only thing that's really selling me on Warlock over Hunter, because they both really appeal to me, maybe I'll do both eventually, although, is that I like being a clothy. I like wearing robes. I like robe appearances, and I also like being a gnome, so I think those 2 things kind of put it over the edge. I'm going to catch up and chat real quick and then fill you guys in on what I'm planning on actually doing aside from just standing in Classic and talking about it without actually playing it. Look at this guy. He's Glondor and he's sitting on a chair. I hit my Classic wall, level 14. I think I've had enough, and that's perfectly fine. You know, you got an experience, and I feel like it's great that Classic is something you don't have to pay extra for, because I've been trying to figure out where it fits into my life, right? That was one of the things that I was getting stuck on before. Is I didn't think that I would be able to invest my effort because I would know that it wasn't my forever game, and I figured I could only play 1. So if I have now accepted that I am going to kind of play 2, I have to figure out where it fits. And right now I think it fits kind of into gaps like these, sort of in between patches where, you know, maybe there's still things to work on in Live WoW, but I'm not going to be like crucially missing out if I am taking a few weeks off of doing like my, you know, Najatar dailies. So, I feel like I'm probably just going to go kind of back and forth depending on which one I either feel like or, you know, how busy things are in Live WoW or how busy I am with videos. Let's see here. Oh, what add-ons do you use? I think that was probably asked before we looked at them. Not a man cave, a she shed. I feel like if I ever had a she shed, although that really... Just when you pronounce it like that, it makes it sound like a different thing that I don't know if I'd want to be known for. But if I had a lady shed, it would be all about garden implements and probably pond supplies, because I imagine if I am fancy enough to have my own shed, I'm probably fancy enough to have my own pond, even if it's just a little one. So I would have I want like a workbench so that I can go to like repot a plant or prune something or whatever and have like my tools laid out very surgically. I think that would be kind of fun. Let's see. The WoW Classic grind. How do you get add-ons in Classic? I don't see it on Twitch. You need to add your... So in the Twitch app, you need to add your WoW Classic installation. So let me see if I can look at it here. Let's reconnect to this. I might do a real quick... I'm trying to figure out what I want to do videos-wise, because if I make videos about Live WoW right now, they're just going to get memed on to eternity, and I'm going to feel bad because I worked on them really hard. So maybe I should make Classic videos for like 2 weeks, just so we can get past this wave together, and I can go back to feeling like I'm relevant. What am I doing? What am I doing? Okay, so... Let's see... Yeah, I think I can show this without doxing myself. Center monitor. There we go. And then I turn this one off. Okay. So this is your Classic. You go to mods and then you go here. There you see the cogwheel. You can go cogwheel, add a game, and then you're going to want to go find your WoW Classic folder and add it. And then you select it from the drop down. So I actually have 3 different WoW installations here. I have PTR, I have retail, and I have Classic. Once you are in the WoW Classic section here, then you can go get more add-ons, and it should show you WoW Classic. It's actually called World of Warcraft 3 here for some reason, but these are, for the most part, WoW Classic add-ons. If I look at the list of them, you can see the game version over here, and you want to go for the ones that are 112 or 113. Something that says 8.2 might work, might not work. I know people got bagged onto work because people have been talking about it. I'm still not going to use it because I'm a stubborn lady, and I like my awful bag UI. Okay. And then this one, and we're good. See if I can get caught up. Coordinates is so important. Coordinates are great if you're looking things up from like Wowhead. I did check Wowhead for a few things, and people were mostly sharing coordinates around. But I don't know. I really like landmarks, especially for Classic. That's part of what's really fun for me, is spending enough time in a zone to kind of learn it geographically, which is a new experience to me, not just in WoW, but altogether, because I have always been challenged geographically. I chronically get lost. I do not really remember where landmarks in relation to each other. I can learn a route if I walk it consistently, but as soon as I'm off my known path, I'm just totally lost. So this is good brain exercise for poor old geographically challenged Hazel. I had a hard time remembering where I picked up the quest. Yep, that's been me. Sometimes I just wander around and eventually I like find it again. And then I go, oh yeah, you did want something from me. Zigfip is what's selling me on Warlock over Hunter. True. Oh gosh, we should stop talking about Hunters or I'm going to want to make one. Game sound, please? Okay, let's see. I keep clicking on the help, meaning to go for system. System sound. So it's on for me. What about this? Is that button going to do it? Gosh, I am having a time. I think it's because... Nope, that's not how I do it. This is going to take me a minute. Audio. Not default. Well, maybe yes default. Oh. Did I kill my mic? No, I didn't kill my mic. No, not those ones. I don't know. If it's not working, I'm not going to be able to get it working for now. It is kind of going. It's not going very much. Oh, there it is. I didn't do anything, but I fixed it. Oh, boy. I don't want to be too loud about my server because I don't want to cause any trouble. It is not a streamer server. I am not trying to streamer on it. I am just trying to play by myself, so please do not switch from your server. Play with whoever you're already playing with because I'm just going to do my own thing and I really don't want to cause any problems for anybody. Sound effects are off? Yeah, that's true. I only play with sound effects on when I'm fishing. I don't like the whoosh sounds. I only like the music. You can make your dwarf lady a hunter. I love female dwarf hunters, especially with a bear. I might consider it. It's a little too early for me to be considering alts. So me and Zigfip, we're going on an adventure. So we're level 10. And from what I understand, that means that I can go get my Void Walker. I can get my Blueberry. And from my understanding is that I'm going to need to go to Elwyn to start this quest. I looked it up and it's somewhere out in Elwyn. I might have to check it again. So my plan, I'm going to run myself up to Ironforge on my own 2 feet because I don't think there's a Flight Master out of Karanos. I'm going to get on the tram. We're going to Stormwind. And I've never been. This character has only ever been around this zone. I did the Quarry quest. I died out there a few times. I did the Brunel quest. I did the Coldridge stuff. I've been trying to almost completionist. Like if I see a quest, I try to stop and do it. I'm going to have to stop that eventually if they're out of my level range. But I've been really enjoying just kind of cleaning up as much as I can, quest-wise. I know WoW is all about the community, but being by myself on Classic feels so immersive. That's kind of my feeling for now. I'm sure eventually I might feel like I want to get into a dungeon run or two, maybe. And I'm either going to want to pug those or do them with any guildies that are available. But for now, questing, I prefer to quest alone. I know I've seen people like look for groups to go through caves and whatnot, and that's probably safer. But I feel like it's more exciting by myself because then I have full control over whether or not I live or die. It's completely my fault if I die. And your experience gets cut pretty heavily when you're in a group killing things, and group questing was not so good in Classic. Like, if you're killing X number of a thing, then sure, it'll share credit. But items that you pick up are very much not shared, so I'm happier to just do it myself, and then I feel like I can just kind of live my life. Love your t-shirt, by the way. Super fresh. Why, thank you. Leveling so slow, it's irritating. It's the journey though. Like we got somewhere. I mean, I don't got anywhere to be. I don't got anything that I got to be another level for. And I feel like every level I get something that is valuable enough that, like a spell or an ability or a talent point that I have to kind of refigure out how I want to play. So that I instantly want to go out and just kill a bunch of stuff every single level to kind of get my hands around what my buttons are. I have a lot of buttons. I have, you can see half of the left row. That's where they start. My camera's covering a little bit of it, but I've got 3 dots. I have my Immolate, Agony, and Corruption. I also have Weakness, but who's going to cast that one? You could cast Agony and do damage. Corruption has a cast time, which is wild to me. I have, this is over here, this little bat button. That is a pet attack macro. I used to have my pet attack macroed into my Immolate, and that worked really well for me, but then I didn't understand how to do it once I got Immolate rank 2, so I just gave up and gave it a separate button. That is my wand shoot button, which is great, especially when I first got the wand. That was nuts. I first got the wand and I put it on. You can put them on starting at level 5, the first enchanter wand. I put it on at level like 7 and it was really overpowered. I think that once I hit 13 and put on this next one, it's going to be really strong too. So that's good. And then Shadow Bolt, which is real expensive but does a lot of damage. I find that I go constantly, so you get to make fun decisions of like, well, do I life tap? Do I not life tap? If I life tap, how dead am I? On a scale of 1 to dead, how much is this going to ruin my life? So I enjoy that tension. I have my demon armor, so it feels like my health is also a resource. Like I'm spending my mana, but I can also spend my health either by life tapping to get more mana or by just face tanking something while I wand it. That's another way of spending my health because I'm not spending mana because I'm wanding, but I'm spending my health because I'm face tanking and because it's going to be alive for longer. So like there's decisions to make there, and I enjoy that I'm not just flying past things because I like leveling on live and I like how fast it is, because when I'm just trying to get alt number 37 leveled up, I don't really want to be in Dunmoreau forever, but this is kind of a different experience and I'm glad that I have the option to do both. Sometimes it'll be Zigfip's fault when you die. Never. Zigfip would never let me down. Also, now that I have, so I keep him on defensive, but I more or less control him with my pet attack macro. I could probably add another one or like a modifier or something for stop attack, but I feel like it's my responsibility to micromanage him and account for his wonky AI, which isn't that wonky. I feel like I tell him to fight something and he fights it. And then if I tell him to fight 2 things, he fights the one that I told him to most recently, and then he switches to the one before that. It mostly makes sense. I missed some bits from J. Daniel. What? I missed it. Where are they? Where are they? I shall find them. Probably. They're here somewhere. Won't they be moving? There they are. Also, I missed a few things. Was I just talking for like 15 minutes? J. Daniel, thank you for the bits. Gengar Empire, thanks for the 3 months. Hope you're doing well. And hi, Joker. And Chibi Bunny, thank you for the 3 months. Also, shout out to the Deep Run Tram for being free, because I don't think... Oh, hang on. I want to go see what that's all about. I remember, but I don't remember. So that you know there's no game sound. Well, there's none right now. Here, I'm going to turn it way up. There you go. And then it should be looping, but there's just no sound in the tram, I guess. I don't have sound effects on, so it's only going to be music when there's music. And if there's no music outside, then that might be okay. Half the time there's not music with my streams anyways. I'm doing my best. I do see it. Like if I... Okay, let's turn on sound and sound effects, and we'll turn them way up just for a sec. And I'm going to turn this up even more. And what can I do? You can hear that, right? You can hear the live tapping? I see it coming through my OBS. Although I've learned recently that that doesn't mean anything. It should mean something, but it doesn't mean anything. Can you hear the live tapping? Yes, no. The real question, Peggle on the Twitch client. Let's see. I'm going back and forth a lot here. I'm just trying to make sure I don't miss anything super important. Contemplating mage instead of shadow priest. Mages look fun too. Congrats on getting your name. Thank you. Yeah, I had to delete the priest to name. If she's gonna be my main, I want her to be Hazel with the name spelled correctly. I didn't get that name just to leave it behind in a level 5 priest. I made the same macro for my immolate. I feel like it automatically uses the highest rank. Okay. It started, so the thing that spooked me about it was not that it wasn't doing enough damage, but that the icon was randomly disappearing and reappearing, because in the macro, have it say, show tooltip, cast immolate, pet attack. And I put that down, and sometimes it was fine, and then sometimes the icon would disappear. So we'll see. I love my wand does more damage than smite. Busting out the Earl Grey tea. Very nice. Have you been to the Slaughtered Lamb? I haven't been to Stormwind yet. I hear the life tapping. Okay. So now I need to turn that all back down because that's going to be a lot. I don't like game sound. There's no music in the tram, so it's going to be quiet for a while. I'm just glad we verified that it all works. Well, I guess I can leave it on if it makes you feel spooky. If it makes you feel real spooky, then I guess I can leave it on. We can have the whoosh, wash, floop, flop. So, what's up, Buttercup? Monty being my name. He's a pirate in a train station. Sounds accurate. Rat catching flute. Capture 5 of them. Lead them back, turn in the flute. Okay. Cool. I don't know why. You're not going to give me anything. I don't care. Uh-oh. Are people killing the rats? Okay, so I have a flute. And and we're going to lure some rats into Raptured Bliss. I've been training for this day because I have been farming slimy pets, so I know exactly what I'm doing. Nope. Come back! Come back! There you go. Oh! I don't even have to bring him back. I just have to... Well, maybe I do. How long is he going to follow me for? He doesn't have a buff. He does not have a buff. You know one thing that I actually set up in Classic that I didn't even ever set up in Live WoW? And it's not because I couldn't, it's just because I never did. I have target of target. I'm using shattered unit frames, and maybe I should set this up on live, but like, I wanted to know whether or not, I want to know very clearly whether or not a mob was targeting me or my pet, even though, you know, you can tell because whichever one they're beaten. But I actually don't know if I need to target the rat or not, but I'm targeting him. I have target of target. There's like a little, these aren't targeting anything because they're critters, but there's a little, I added a little UI element up here to the right of my target frame. And it's really nice. I should add that in live. It's like really useful. Okay, where are we at? I like the ambience, footsteps, birds chirping, waves splashing. I do think it's funny that I've heard a lot of people in Classic, in like general or trade chat or whatever, getting really excited about things that they're glad to have. They're like, I'm so happy I'm able to buff people again, which is great. And it is true that buffing is more relevant in Classic because the buff is more useful, so people appreciate it more. But you can buff people in live. They did bring that back. We've had that for a while. I do it constantly on my priest. People are like lining up waiting for a quest mob to spawn, and then I absolutely fourth them all. It is still a thing. What happened? Okay, so he put him in a box, and then what's now? His brother. Oh, he's gonna give me some kebabs. Ooh, okay. He runs a kebab operation. Take this crate of rats. Oh, gross. So he's in the Stormwind Deeper Tram. Okay, well that's cool. I was heading that way anyways. Fun. Anyone know if hair clipping is an issue in Classic? Want to make a long-haired guy, but worried the hair will cut through hats. I'm not immediately familiar, but probably. Probably. Why didn't my resub show up? Oh, there it is. It did. I'm just distracted. Elia Nasa, thank you for the 3 months. Congrats on your butterfly. Appreciate that. I played Classic yesterday. I forgot that a mage has to eat and drink after each kill. I played for hours, looked at my level, was only 11. Had to accept that the fun is in all the other content, not leveling. Yeah, I would say so. You also, each level is much more relevant. Like each level, for me at least, there's been something new. Either like a new thing that I could buy for my demon, or a new talent for me, or sorry, a new spell to train, or a new rank to train. Like it felt like there was something new. I actually have a talent point to spend, and I've been too nervous to spend it because I haven't looked up a guide yet, and that I feel like is something I should look up a guide for because it is very expensive to respec. So I was gonna check. I think Wowhead had just like some talent, basic talent guides, because I'm not trying to like raid or anything, but I am trying to not make giant mistakes. So let's see. Classic WoW guides. Warlock. What do they got? Hey Hazel, how are you? What's up, Alina Marina? I am doing pretty good. Having a nice weekend so far. It feels like more of a difference when you have a buff on. Yeah. I love how much health I'm able to get as a warlock. So my demon skin gives me extra armor. My imp, I taught him blood pack, so he's giving me 2 stamina all the time. And then sometimes a priest will buff me, and then I have another like 3 stamina. And then I eat my buff food that I was cooking, and that's another 2 stamina. And I have a lot of health. I'm pretty tanky for a clothy. I'm pretty happy about it. Oh, and I also use I've been making myself and using minor defense elixirs because they help like 50 armor is a fair amount of armor. I'm only walking around with 240 armor right now, so 50 is a good percent. And consider 120 of that is for my demon skin, so I feel pretty tanky. Let's see, talents. Top things you shouldn't miss. Get a wand. Oh, my mount is free at level 40? Oh boy. Oh boy. At level 60, completion of an epic quest chain. Okay. Warlocks get a free mount sold. Sold. Oh boy. Okay. Let's see. Quests. I'm gonna want to get my Voidwalker. That's where we're going. And talents. Yes, yes, yes. So I could take... They want me to take, they don't want me to go into Destro at all. They want me to go kind of like 31 Affliction, 20 Demo. They want me to do Embrace. I'm hesitant about Embrace because it's going to give me a lot more health, but it's going to reduce my spirit, which means my mana is going to come back more slowly, and that's a big issue for me right now. I could have healthier health stones. I actually just got my Healthstone spell along with my Drain Soul spell, and I haven't used them yet. I just trained those, have not used them yet, so I'm excited about that. They also want me to go 5 of 5 into both of these, so I could do Improved Corruption. Yes, I'm taking that one first, because it takes a very long time to cast. I'm assuming by the time I get 5 points into it, Corruption will be instant cast, so that'll be nice, because often I'm trying to get my dots up, and I end up, often I'm trying to get my dots up, and the thing is hitting me, and causing spell pushback by the time I'm trying to get my corruption up, which is tough. So the other thing that's going to help me with that problem is getting my Voidwalker, because he's going to be able to tank for me, because Zigfip is my buddy, but he's also a little bit of a baby, and he sometimes pulls aggro off me, and if he gets hit like 4 times, he's just toast. So I need my blueberry, and I'm very excited to find out what my blueberry is going to be named, because whatever it is, we're sticking with it, because you have to. Here you go, have some meat. It did give me experience. Okay, it wasn't listed there, but I did get a little bit of XP along with my rat kebabs. I'm probably going to vendor those because 60 copper is no joke. And it's good strong food, but I'm not really too worried about food. I have so it restores a lot more health than the boar ribs. I don't know, we'll see. Maybe I'll hang on to it for a little bit. Turn on ambient sound. Let's see. There you go. Here, we can have dialogue. Well, no, not dialogue. I use target of target when healing to know where the damage is going to go. That's smart. I know it's very useful in a dungeon setting so that you can see what your tank is hitting. Although then you're not, hang on, let's turn this back down. Too much. How's that? I want it to be just barely there. I don't want it to be fighting with my voice. Also, I don't want to be distracted by it myself. So let's do this, and let's do this, and we can leave it there. That should be fine-ish. Alright, I made it to Stormwind. It is smoky out here. That makes sense. I have not been here yet. Oh, there's a park? I mean, I know there's a park. We rebuilt the park, but like, there was a park before the park got destroyed and then rebuilt. So I'm going to go start my Voidwalker quest. I want to say, I'm going to look up where it starts because that I don't remember. Voidwalkers. I'm pretty sure it had to be out here. Comments. Gakin. Warlock trainer in the basement of the inn. So, the inn in Stormwind or the inn in Goldshire? I'm gonna go check out the Slaughtered Lamb just because that's a warlocky place and I just want to see what it looks like. And then failing that, we're gonna go drop by Goldshire. Love the Hazel stream. Sup, fam squid? Go for the corruption one. Another vote for saying Warlock over Hunter for amount at 40 if we get to 40, right? I didn't know that until just now, and I'm quite stoked on it because I am not making very much gold. Every time I get up to like 15 silver and I feel rich, then I spend it all on training something. Because, you know, Zigfip needs his grimoires, and Mama needs her spell training, and also, what else did I spend some on? I bought fish to cook because I wanted to level up my cooking so I could learn the recipe I was carrying around. And now I need clam meat. I kind of want to quest somewhere that drops clams once I get all my training stuff done. I kind of want to go maybe Darkshore because I know there's going to be hella clams out in Darkshore, and I want to be making boiled clams because those are going to give me 4 stamina and spirit, which is a pretty big deal. Oh, you know what we should do after the Slaughtered Lamb? Like, we're already halfway there. Well, now I'm going to turn around. I want to see... I don't know. I'm so slow. I have to make decisions about where I want to go. I want to look in the inns because I know that on Live WoW, there are cooking recipes that are exclusive to an inn. I want to say Old Town, but maybe Dwarven District, maybe both. I just want to check them out and see what's there. I don't think anything's going to necessarily be there, but I still want to take a look so that I know. So I'm going. Free, long, tedious quest chain? I mean, tedious is subjective, though. It depends on how excited you are about doing it. It might be great. Hazel might enjoy it since she probably never did the OG Warlock Mount quest. Yeah, I never did the Warlock Mount quest. I did Warlock Pet quests. Back in Wrath, I started to Warlock at least once, and I remember unlocking a Voidwalker. I don't recall. So yeah, we're gonna go see what's in the Pig and Whistle. But I don't think I ever did the Mount quest line, so this might be kind of fun. Also, like I said, I'm not in any particular hurry. I'm not trying to clear MC. I'm not trying to get to level 60. I'm just trying to live my life. So let's see. In here, we have Steven. Good to see you. I wasn't sure if you'd be here. You are here. He's going to teach me crab cakes and pork ribs. They're expensive, but I don't care. So those are some other options now. That's good. So crab cakes, crawler meat compared to clam meat. Which crabs, right? And those are also 4 stam. And then pork ribs, if I find boar ribs. Ooh, that's good, actually. Because boar ribs, I think, are going to be easier. Like, lower level than the crabs. It depends on what's available where I'm questing. I am going to pick up some spices just to have on me. Because you never know when you're going to get back here. So I'm just going to grab some mild spices. Can I get a stack of 20? Will they stack? How much will they stack? Probably to 20. You never know. If healing potions only stack to 5, then you really never know now, do you? I'm gonna vendor the kebabs. I don't need them. I'm hanging on to the snapper. Oh, no, I'm not. Am I? Well, I was sending it all to my hunter friend so that he could feed his pet with it. But then I may have sent him enough, so maybe I should just vendor them. I don't need the jerky. Maru! Cheers. Thank you very much for the 3 months. You're a boron. I'm a boron. I'm a cream ale of boron. Apparently we have, beer. I mean, I'm sure you know. I know you know because you're talking about yesterday. We have beer ranks in this guild and it's wild. Okay, I have a couple of vials on me. Oh, I need to stock back up on those actually. Where are alchemy? I know where alchemy is actually. Where is it? It's in the Mage District, which is where I'm going anyways. So that was good. I still want to stop by the Dwarven District Inn just to see what's up in there. I thought there was Warlock there too. We'll see. I just kind of want to look around. It's my first time in Stormwind. It's my first day in the big city, and I am exploring. Blueberry doesn't tank as well as I remember from back in the day. As long as it tanks better than Zigfip over here, it's gonna be a big ol' upgrade for me. On the Voidwalker quest, I'm getting there. I'm gonna get there when the wind takes me. Threat management is real, that's for sure. Even in Classic, you could find something to rename your Blueberry. Maybe. I know they added it at some point. I don't think they added it in Classic. Good Joker being the goodest boy. I'm very impressed because he wasn't in his bed when we started the stream, or before I started the stream. I had to coax him over there, and then I just gave him a treat and told him stay. And he's really been taking that to heart. I love the crossy paws. He just likes doing that. He's just a delicate, elegant, fancy boy. Okay, let's go look around in the inn. And I want to make sure that I buy some more vials before I leave town. Where? Was it here? Was this it? No. No, that's just... What is this, though? Who's here? A pet trainer. A hunter trainer. This is a hunter place. Ew, gross. Probably smells like fur. Cream ales are delicious? Are they actually, like... alcoholic? Is it like a thing that's like an actual beer, or are we just talking like cream soda? Am I dumb? I'm experiencing some confusion because this area definitely different than what it was on live. I am discovering that this area has changed. There used to be, well, no, not used to be. There is going to be an auction house over here opposite the bank, and then there was an inn over here, and maybe the inn's gone. Maybe there's just no inn in the Dwarven District, because there used to be one in the Dwarven, and one in Old Town, and one in the Mage Quarter, and one in the Trade District. Like, there's inns for days in the city, but I guess there's not one now. Okay. Today I learned. Pick up the recipe. Which recipe? The Dwarven District has the cooking stuff? Where? Where? Will you be playing Pong after the Classic stream is over? Oh, I don't know, man. I might have to just go outside and play with sticks. Where to see the bank is an empty shell. Very light, smooth beer. Ironforge was the only city with an auction house. Interesting. Ask a guard for the inn? I don't think, honestly, I don't think there is one in the Dwarven District. I know there is on live, and I know they have cooking recipes there. I don't think it's here in Classic. I think this is something that is different. I don't see any nearby guards either. Let's see. Anybody? You could really get away with a big old crime around here. Nobody would know. No, I don't think so. Near the exit on the dungeon side. On your left, thanks. That's almost never gonna work on stream. I know, you might be just memeing me. Oh man, I'm getting flashbacks to the, what was it we were doing where people were trying to walk me through a maze or a puzzle or something? And stream delay combined with people giving left-right directions combined with people being unclear about where we were going was like the worst day of my life. Tezmok, thank you very much for the bits. Appreciate that. It isn't the only city. There's an auction house in Stormwind. Can talk to a guard for Warlock turner directions. That's not where I'm going though. I was exploring to try to find if there was an inn in the Dwarven District where I might find more cooking recipes. I just want to make sure that I've kind of gotten the lay of the land. And this building we've decided is just filled with fur and stinky old hunters. Over here, there is, oh, is this it? Maybe this is it. This looks promising. There's no sign. That's ominous. You gotta love an inn and or any kind of drinking establishment. Okay, so this is what I remember. They moved it. Interesting. That doesn't have a sign. Also doesn't have a barkeeper. So there's this dude. He doesn't do anything. It was upstairs. What is this place? Why is there nothing in here? There's nobody upstairs. They added some people up here later when they moved it. How did they get away with just moving stuff? Like, it's not like they rebuilt it after Deathwing burned it down. It's like Deathwing burned it down and then they just copy pasted it over a bunch of feet. So there's nobody here. This is a spookily empty inn. I don't understand why there's no sign in the door and there's nobody here. It is here, it's just empty. And that's fine. Let's go explore the Mage District. I'm just learning the lay of the land. Oh boy. Stormwind Auction House. For cooking, you might just need to ask a guard. I think I probably got it. We already visited the Old Town Inn. I think that's probably where what was up. Look at this guy with his mount. There's a hunter at 41 with his mount. I bet he has made some gold on his nice ram. That's fancy. You don't see too many people on those yet. Okay. Off to the Mage Quarter to wander around aimlessly. I'm sure there's an auction house in the Trade District. I don't think I need to go there. I am just kind of living my life. It's for RP. Lynn, thank you very much for the sub. Appreciate that. Welcome to the Squirrel Squad. There's a lot of empty buildings in Stormwind. People use them for RPing. The park is all empty buildings. I see. In Old Town has more recipes upstairs. I thought we went upstairs. Maybe we didn't. It's fine. It's fine. I thought we went upstairs. The Dwarves in that inn will have a quest for outside of Deadmines later, but not certain. Okay. I'm not too worried about knowing everything. I just want to kind of look around and see what it is now. And then if I come back here like 30 levels later, I can go, wow, something changed. I do feel pretty cool having my name spelled correctly because as time goes on, I see more and more people with names that feel more like regular names people have on live. Look, oh, this is crowded. And you feel like, oh, this guy's got a Voidwalker. His name is Jasnaz. Or sorry, this lady. Magnificent. Excellent name. I gotta scope out everybody's Voidwalker name so I can feel, oh, what's this one? That's Jasnagma. I gotta feel out how cool mine is. Commendations. Okay, is this a PvP thing? Because there was an Ironforge one too. I haven't figured out what the deal with that is yet. One day I shall figure it out. I bet that hunter is broke. There's a moonshine house. You don't advertise moonshine houses. The dwarves will have a quest. Okay, so let's go see what's the deal with the slaughtered lamb. There's a winery over there, but I have 5 silver. I can't afford to be buying wine, especially if I find any more cooking recipes. I think I should be good though. I'm looking forward to making myself some 4 Stam Spirit food because so far I'm only carrying around my 2 Stam Spirit food. And that's been pretty good. Look at this grass. I thought that I would be really unenthused by the 2000 and, you know, what, 4 era graphics. Oh, alchemy. I need flasks. Or I need vials, rather. But it's kind of charming. It's kind of like vintage, you know? It's a little bit trendy, even. So, hang on. Supplies. And I want the cheapest ones, and I'm only going to buy 20. Actually, no, only 15 because they're kind of expensive. Cash, thank you very much for the 2 months. Everything the same is different. Well, there's a thinker for you. Okay, so we did that. We're going to go check out the slaughtered lamb. I don't know if this is going to have the breadcrumb I'm looking for, but if it doesn't, I know where I'm going to look next. So I have a plan. Ooh, blue recluse. I don't think I need anything here, but I'm going to go in there anyways. I'm going to see what they have. This is so cute. What do you think they have in these jars? It, like, you know, it's a table and it's in front of an inn, right? So what's with the cookie jars? Like, those are confirmed cookie jars, right? Do you think this is supposed to be salt and pepper? Because they're huge. They're like me-sized. It's like gnome-sized, or, well, half a gnome-sized salt and pepper. So that can't be salt and pepper. So what are they keeping in there? Maybe it's like a big dish of, like, pepper spas. Oh, somebody's doing a quest. Okay. So mages hang out in here. I know this is like the mage place, so it probably smells all like arcane stuff, which is gross. But, bartender, hello. What do you have? What's up? Booze, and I cannot afford it, so off we go. Now you are a chef, but you don't offer me anything, so that's fine. Downstairs, we have nothing. This is where I get my sacks of, what, spices or flour or sugar? Something when I'm doing the orphan cookie cooking quest on live, but that's not in here because that was added in Cataclysm. It's for PvP? Gotcha. Hopefully you can still talk to Timmy. Oh, man. NPCs in without the war effort available yet? I like the graphics because I can play my laptop easily. There you go. Yeah, this actually might be a good travel game for that reason. Live WoW heats up my laptop something fierce, so maybe this is the way to go. So slaughtered lamb should be up this way, right? Yeah. Let's head on up. Zigfip has to come with me. He's also, Zigfip, also kind of a mouthy dude. He gives me a lot of grief. I don't have dialogue sounds turned on. I think he might be voiced, and I'm just not hearing his voice. But sometimes he just like complains in English, and sometimes he complains in demonic, and I feel like that's for when he's really mad and he doesn't even want me to hear what he's saying. Ah, yes. This is more my speed. So, again, booze, good. Just checking, you know. It's nice to know what people have on them. I never know what I'm going to find because I don't remember everything that used to be. I didn't play back then. Got Warlocks leaving. Aha! I have found it. Welcome. Sup? Gakin. Oh, you're here. For some reason, I thought that he would be out where my quest was. Okay. I need to get a... Oh, Barkresh. There's a name for you. I like that one. It's kind of like a dog, but not. Okay. And then this one is Halfnos. Ooh, jealous. Halfnos. Top tier. Top tier Voidwalker name. I mean, I really won the lottery with Zigfip, so we'll see what I get when I actually get my blueberry. In any case, I need to stretch. I'll be right back. I need to top my water and be right back after these messages, I suppose. AFK for a sec. Hey. Let's go. It's occurred to me that I've been streaming for almost an hour. Haven't even hit combat yet. Which is, that's not, I mean, we did a nice train rat quest. That was good. All right, what do you want? He had a student. Let's see. He had a student. She was eager to learn Warlock magic. She was young and pleasing to the eye. Great. Had I seen it then, the traitorous trollop. It's not every day that somebody calls somebody else a traitorous trollop. The thieving wench ran off with one of the Defias. I gifted her a bloodstone choker. Yo, dude, I'm not getting good vibes off you. It was a present, so she gets to keep it, and she doesn't have to like you. Her life means nothing. Oh, I'm gonna go kill her and take her necklace back? Gross. I mean, that's Warlocky. Alright. Off we go. Hang on. Am I going deeper? I think I should be going upstairs. This is wrong. What's down here, though? How far down do I go? How far down can I go? Is this new? I could have sworn it... Oh, ooh. Ooh. Ooh, I wonder if this is where the succubus quest is. Because there's an acolyte down here. I see what appears to be a dead succubus. But also some bracers. I bet you I come back there later. Okay. I got a classic ad. Better than the imp named Pisspat. Oh dear. Oh dear. Voidwalker Korvath. Very good. Zigfip is a great imp name. Mine vanilla was Piss. Zigfip sassy boy. Zigfip is like my bro. When I was turning in the quest to get him, I got lost and will never find my way out of here alive. When I was turning in the quest to get him, hang on. I'm gonna need all of my cognitive faculties to get myself out of this place. Over this way. Yes, good. And then I got too excited running downstairs. I did not remember where the upstairs were. Tiberius Mason, thank you very much for the 2 months. Appreciate that. Welcome to the 2-month club. My Voidwalker is half nose on retail. What's that one? Jomcath and Fan Crush. Solid. Solid. When I was turning in my imp quest to get my first imp, it took me a while. I was probably playing for a solid hour before I had finished my imp quest, even though it's fairly early, but I had been playing for a little bit. And I needed a witness and I wasn't streaming, so I made my husband come over and watch me summon it for the first time so that we could have I could have somebody learn with me what his name was going to be. Pleased with Zigfip. Hi Hazel, my first live stream. Welcome Sam. How you doing? How's your weekend been? I had a very nice day yesterday, although I did discover, so yesterday Saturdays typically, I don't stream, so it's like kind of a day off, and I also like to clean my apartment and do all the laundry and fold all the laundry, which is like an event now because I'm into that, kind of a hobby. Fold all the laundry, and sometimes we go out, sometimes we don't. And I wanted to, so I played a little WoW in the morning, but I played some live WoW because I wanted to make sure I was doing my monk daily, and I wanted to go do some pet battles to level some of my pets while it's still pet bonus week, as well as some other things. So I played a little WoW, and then I cleaned a little bit, and as soon as I started Classic, time just kind of started vanishing, and I started realizing, oh no, it's like 1, 2, 3, 4 p.m. I haven't even started cleaning yet. I made the effort to go like put my laundry through, but I'm playing in a post-queue world. I actually am stupidly lucky in that I have never had to sit a server queue. I just haven't needed to do that, so I don't have that like hour of waiting to log into the server when I can go vacuum my place. So I had to actually like make myself stop and step away to go clean everything. On retail, I adore my imp name though, Bell Pep, like a bell pepper. Oh, that's cute. As a new subscriber, do you have a streaming schedule posted somewhere? Yep, it should be underneath the stream. Failing that, I have it in my... It's pinned to the top of my Twitter feed, and it is also posted on my Discord in the Hazel Announcements tab, I think. Pretty sure that's a Pokemon name too. Bellpep? It kind of sounds like it. Well, there was Bellawesome. There was also like what, Skiploom and Hoppip. So you've got some similar types of names there. Oh, I like that name. Aloon, that's a very nice mage name. I'm just like wandering around just checking at people's names. Sea Cow! Sea Cow and Ruptip! Oh, that's great. Oh boy. Wow. Oh my gosh. Nice vest. Solid shirt. 7.5 out of 10 fashion. 7.5 out of 10 fashion would follow your Instagram. Okay. Where am I going? So hang on. So I know that she was a traitorous trollop. Also, I never turned in my Shimmer Stout. I'll have to make sure I find that. Oh, no, I see. That was my breadcrumb quest to go to Loch Modan. Okay, I don't know if I'm going to quest there because I don't know where I've decided to quest yet. Next, we'll have to figure it out. Serena Caldum, she ran off with one of the Defias. You'll find her at the Brackwell Pumpkin Patch. Okay, so I don't remember where that is. I think it's vaguely this way. And, you know, I'm just going to find it. I'm just going to explore. I'm going to creep on people's names. Belthang! Belthang! I can't wait to find out what mine's going to be. It feels like a Harry Potter moment. It feels like my wand's going to choose me. You know, I'm going to be united with my blueberry, and it's going to be me and my blueberry. Seacow thanked me? How did Seacow thank me? I didn't buff them. Do they know? Do they know? I have been leveling a character in Classic by myself, while also leveling an alt with my friend. I have to admit it's so much better and more fun to play with friends. Maybe I should start a hunter, but like if I can find like either make my husband play with me or, you know, a friend or, you know, talk some guildies into doing it. The problem with me trying to play with friends is that I do the first session and it's a great time. And then after that, everything falls apart because I'm never free ever again. And if I am free, it's at very specific times on very short notice when nobody else is going to be free. So, I'm just trying to explore the zone to get the map to open up, and I'm not having much luck yet. Let's go hit up this house. I see a bandit. I also, one thing I want to do is I want to practice, well, I want to herb so I can make some more flasks and stuff, but I want to practice, ooh, I should get my buff food up. Soul draining stuff, because I just got this. I haven't gotten to use it yet. So, drains the soul, damage over time. If they die, I get a soul shard. They're required for other spells. So, I need a soul shard currently to make a health stone. Which will be good, because then I have a health stone and I have a healing potion. I don't know if they share a cooldown. We're going to find out. Okay, so I want to just practice. I've got my buff. Somebody forded me. Somebody arcane intellected me. I am buffed to the high heavens. Ooh, let's use a flask. Yeah, there we go. Look at that row of buffs. I am the buffest level 10. I do not skip leg day. All right, so I'm going to dot him up. Faster corruption cast into that, and I'm just going to channel, because he should die. And he did, and now I have a soul shard. Fun, okay. So, can I eventually get a soul shard specific bag that is bigger? Do they sell those? Is that a thing, or am I just going to have to designate a bag? Because now I'm going to make a health stone. Used instantly to restore 100 health, which is a third of my health pool, so that's going to be very nice. I'm going to put that down. Well, I kind of want to make a shift macro for a healing potion or health stone. I'll worry about that later. For now, I want to pick these herbs. I want to dot this guy up. He's level 6, so this shouldn't be too bad. So, soul shards, if yields experience or honor. So I can generate soul shards on green targets like this guy, but I cannot do it if they're gray. So I kind of want to farm them. Do they stack? I have a feeling they won't, but I'm going to find out and be disappointed anyways. How come you went for Warlock and not Shadow Priest main? I don't know if I can explain it in logical terms. All I can say is that the Priest, I wasn't playing it, and I figured that maybe there was an issue there. Not that, like, I liked it very much on paper, but I just wasn't playing it, so I figured there had to be something. Oh, I'm going to life tap. I'm going to life tap twice, and I am going to soul drain this guy, and he's going to die. I'm going to dot this guy up. I'm going to life tap again, which is kind of ballsy, but that's okay because I have a health stone, which I can pop all the health back, life tap even a little bit more, and then I want another soul shard, so I'm going to corruption him. That was dumb. I didn't need to do that. And then we can channel this. There we go. Fresh soul shard. They confirm do not stack. That's gross. And I don't have enough mana to make another soul shard, so I'm just going to drink for a second. Each time you summon a Voidwalker? Okay. My blueberry is Mesgarth. I always find myself looking at character names in Classic. Love seeing the ones people nabbed. Yeah, a lot, like, especially because it's so new, you're going to see a lot more of the really cool names being actually played. I feel like there's lots of names on Live WoW that somebody has, but they've been inactive for a really long time and nobody's really tried to free them up. So I was going for, I wanted to get this silver leaf. I will have you know that I am an experienced herbalist who is high enough level to start farming earth root. I fail almost every time I try. It takes me like 3 tries to pick an earth root because I'm herb level 26, but I can do it. And I'm quite proud. This is my proud voice. You're already a higher level than me. You're hardcore and classic. Yep, this is me now. as of yesterday, which is when I started. The first 10 levels goes relatively quickly, I think, but it's about the journey. It's about the journey. I think that if I had tried to do the streamer thing and if I tried to do the streamer thing of like racing to 60, I don't think I would be having fun. I think I would have gotten over it really quickly. I really like the freedom to just kind of like live my life, you know. I want to explore this map. That's my goal right now. I want to have Elwyn Forest completely explored. If there's no achievement for it, I just want the map to be filled in. But I also want my Void Walker, and it's going to be easier if I get my Void Walker, so maybe I should head that way. Maybe if I get to the gate. If I get as far as the gate, it will probably pop some... We'll see. I'll head over there and see if it'll open up any of my map. They don't stack. They expire when you log out. Oh, gross. You can get a soul shard bag at level 20 when you get the succubus. I gotcha. Okay. Heard you talking about podcasts. Have you heard of Critical Role? 10 to 10 would recommend. People have been non-stop recommending me Critical Role, so I should try it. I've almost been recommended it to the point that I don't want to try it. You ever get that where like so many people are telling you to watch or listen to a thing that it makes you almost not want to do it? It's not a logical response, but I'm almost to that point because everybody is like, yo, Critical Role though? Because I don't know, maybe. I'm sure it would be great because otherwise not everybody would be recommending it, but I'm almost feeling spiteful about it. Are you and your husband going to take advantage of the long weekend? Boyfriend and I are planning a date night? I don't know. I'll have to ask him. Today I'm sort of busy. We might do, well, I'm probably just going to make dinner at home. I think we're just kind of hanging out and playing Classic. I briefly considered yesterday on Friday, us just like taken off because I was in a bad mood on Friday. You might have noticed. I was inexplicably, nobody's fault. It just happens sometimes. Sometimes I'm just cranky because I'm a human being and that happens. I wanted to just take off and go to the Oregon coast for a few days, but I decided not to do that because it costs money to travel, even if it's just a day trip or a night trip. It costs money, and I can just stay home and deal with my feelings. So we didn't go, but we almost did. People spend an hour or two farming soul shards before raids. Yeah, I know that you need them to summon people. I don't know if I'm really going to be doing much of that because, you know, I don't know how much I'm going to be playing with other people. Oh, okay, we discovered the mine. Good, good, good. Let's see here. We're just going to head out. Well, oh, I want to go up and discover the lake. I hope we find out your Voidwalker name today. We will at least find out my Voidwalker name. I know I'm not going very fast, and that's fine. That's kind of the dream for me right now, but we will at least get to the blueberry name. Also, my imp died. Or left me. He took the day off. He decided that he was going on vacation. I do that too when people recommend stuff all the time. If so many people recommend it to me, it makes me more likely to try it. Yeah, that's the logical response, but I know I'm not alone. Maybe I'm just like really spiteful. It's the thing is too popular effect. It's a real thing. It's not necessarily a smart thing, but it's a real thing. Soul shards don't expire, just health stones do. People told me to watch Breaking Bad, never watched it, binge watched it recently and loved it. That's kind of how it goes though, isn't it, right? Like after enough time when you finally like gotten over your stance of not doing the thing that's popular because it's popular, eventually you try it and you're like, oh hey, this is kind of catchy with whatever it was. That also happens to me, but I'm okay. I will get to it eventually and it'll probably be good then. I'm trying to think of something. I mean, when I was younger, when I was like a teenager, I was very anti-popular stuff, you know, as teenagers tend to be. So I didn't like pop music. I didn't like trendy fashion. And as a slightly older version of myself, I'm starting to realize that a lot of it's great. I'm down for some pop music and trendy fashion now. I wouldn't drive into Critical Role as a podcast. You missed the visuals that are given during the weekly stream. So is the podcast just a recording of their D&D game? Is that the idea? I get that hipster syndrome too. Never watched Rick and Morty. Now I don't want to see it anymore. Yeah, I really did like Rick and Morty. I thought it was fun. I don't think I'm caught up. I feel like it was too annoying to try to find to watch, so I never caught up on it. For me, it also depends on who's recommending it and how much I am familiar with their tastes. So, like, if I have a friend that everything they recommend to me is something that I try and end up really liking, I'm more likely to follow their recommendation than if it's somebody that I don't personally know, or somebody that I've never tried one of their recommendations before. I'm less likely to try one because, you know, you've got your friend, you know, everybody has those friends. I guess not everybody. You might have a friend that you think they just have great taste and their taste aligns with your taste. Ooh, Murlocs. There we go. We found the lake. So if they tell you to watch something, then you go, well, okay, fine. Well, all right, fine. That was my experience with Sense8. That one I didn't try. Use lots of shards, summoning the Voidwalker, making Hellstones. I like to try things for myself, and sometimes things are popular for a reason. True. If something is too popular and I haven't had a chance to get into it, my feeds are flooded with content, and that makes me develop bitter feelings towards it, so I end up just blacklisting it instead. Oh, I relate so hard. I relate so hard. I was well in danger of having those feelings towards Classic because I couldn't get away from it. I was very neutral towards it, and I was becoming embittered just by the overwhelming flood of people that were talking about it, not just around me, but directly to me when I hadn't brought it up first. And I was very much in danger of just hating it irrationally. So I ended up yesterday deciding that I had to try it before I got to the point. Well, I had to try it again because I've already given it a few goes, but I had to try it again before I got to the point of just like digging my heels in and being like, no, you can't make me. Because I'm an adult, but I'm not always mature. You try, but we all have our moments. Ooh, boar. And maybe he'll give me some boar meat that I can make that 4 stam food with. I'm gonna wand him down a little bit, and then oh, I was gonna soul shard, but then I didn't get to because I killed him too quick. Okay, 55 mana. Ooh. So I've noticed I'm going 55 mana. That's why I'm going good grief. Okay. Pumpkin patch should be roughly out this way. Everyone has those friends. Hazel flexing on us with all our friends. Yeah, I'm not the person to do that. I don't have any friends. Sensei, it's amazing. Don't have friends either. I don't have a lot of in-person friends, which I feel like are the ones that I would really need. Since I moved to America, since I immigrated, I've met some nice people through my husband that he works with and that he's friends with, and they're lovely. They're great. But we don't hang out with them too often, and they're definitely his friends first. It doesn't mean I don't like them, but I wouldn't, like, go hang out with them independently of my husband. And then I never really made any other connections, because all my life, every friend that I ever made, I was either going to school, and I met them through school, or I was like taking a class or in some kind of a other structure, like I did a summer program at a music academy, and I made friends there. Or, well, did I? Or a job, you know, like I made friends at work in places that I worked at, because I'm antisocial, but I'm not crippled socially yet. Could get there. There's still time. But now, because I do this is what I do. I'm not going to school. I don't have a traditional job. I stream and I make YouTube videos, and both of those things are very much alone. I have internet friends, and I connect with them sometimes, but in person, I don't really have any opportunities where I would meet people that I just want to, like, hang out with. And I don't drive, so that kind of limits me a little bit as well. I can't just, like, go volunteer for a weekend at, like, a cat shelter or find, like, a meetup group for D&D or anything just randomly, because I can't get myself there. And I tend to be fairly busy anyway, so it's been easier just to not. So I don't end up with a lot of connections, and I feel like that might bite me in the butt later. But for now, I'm doing okay, so I'm just kind of living my life. Dr. Jake, thanks very much for the 2 months. Really been loving Classic. I love the sense of progression. I totally agree. And for me, I think also it's the fact that it is a lot simpler. Like, you know, in Live WoW, there's a lot. Everything is a lot. You get to 120 and it's like, oh, you can do islands, and you can do warfronts, and you can do warfront world quests, and you can do regular world quests, and you can go to Najadar, and you can go to Mechagon. And there's 17,000 things that you could do. It's not clear what you should do. You could do pet battles. You can do archaeology. You can go level your professions. You can go PvP. You can do battlegrounds. You can do arena. You could roleplay. There's so many options. It's very much a theme park game. And options are great, but there is a downside to too many options. And people don't like to think about that. People don't like to take away choice from a consumer because that tends to be anti-consumer, or it's seen as anti-consumer. So they think that if you're taking away choices, you're just hating fun and being, you know, mean dad Blizzard. But so many choices, even though you don't have to do any of them, you can pick which one you want. But when you have a choice, and this is kind of the Netflix effect, if you're looking at 150 things to do and you have to pick which one speaks to you, that's a really mentally and emotionally difficult task to do, especially if you're having to constantly make that choice. You get kind of overwhelmed. You don't really understand why, because it's not technically a bad thing to have a lot of choices. But there's a cognitive weight of that. And in Classic, you don't really have that because there's still a lot of stuff going on. But it's all a little simpler. It's all a little smaller. Your world's not so big. You don't have so many different things to do. So your goals are a little bit clearer without you having to sit and figure out what the optimal thing is to do. And the things that you do have to figure out what to do, it's more realistic and more convenient for you to actually think about it and make the decision for yourself, so you feel like you have more ownership over your experience. And it's a thing that I think that you can only get in Classic, because if they go into BFA and they start stripping out options and dumbing things down and removing choices, people will riot because nobody wants them to, like, you know, ability prune or activity prune. Nobody wants any kind of pruning. It's a very dirty word. But that's kind of what Classic is giving you. They've just done it by going back in time and making it okay, because it's not pruning, it's nostalgia, you know? Anastrasa, thanks for the 2 months. Appreciate that. Number of friends aren't important. Quality of friends is what matters. In-person friends overrated. Best time to have IRL friends is right before you have to move. I wish that, I mean, I would love to be in a place in my life where I have our IRL friends and I can also afford to pay for movers, so I don't have to help make my friends do that, because, like, it's not great. It's a tradition, but it's not great. My cat is my best friend. Pretty okay with that. You know what a Visco girl is? No idea. Allowed to stream on a Sunday? Who would stop me? Why wouldn't I be? I'm confused. Hero, thanks for the sub. Appreciate that. What are these unit frames? Shadowed unit frames. SUF. It's an add-on. I did get myself one of those. Brockwell pumpkin patch. I found it. Aha. We're almost there. Analysis paralysis. Exactly. And it's something that you deal with not only in WoW or on Netflix, but everywhere. Especially online. You know, like, you pick up your phone and there's a lot of different things that you can do, and they're all bombarding with information, and you can feel like you're missing out if you're not getting all of it. And you also feel like sometimes, you know, it does kind of mentally numb you looking at all of this information. It kind of numbs your brain a little bit, and if you're feeling anxious or you're feeling stressed or sad or grieving or angry or whatever, it can be very comforting to mentally numb yourself by just pouring information over the top of your brain. But it doesn't actually rejuvenate you, because you're still mentally exhausted from processing that information, even if it's very easily consumable info. I found that the better thing for me when I feel like doing that is to just get outside or just turn everything off and go do something that is very simple and doesn't have so many information inputs, doesn't have so much going on. So do something a little less stimulating, you know? I didn't think you were allowed to stream on Sunday because I've never seen it before. I've been streaming on Sunday for a while now. It's part of the new stream schedule where we do 6 days a week. So I am here looking for the traitorous Trollop, you know. She probably lives in here, huh? Yeah, there's Serena Keldon. There's also some other people. It looks like we're waiting for them to spawn. This is the warriors. I'm assuming he doesn't need Serena. Maybe he does. I don't know. I'm gonna just, like, hang out here and see. Okay, there's a warlock. Shattered unit frames didn't work in Classic. I should try it again. There is, as I understand it, a version. Okay. So I'm in a group with them now, which is good, because then we can share credit for her. I respectfully disagree. The experience is more focused. Everything has more weight. Getting blue items at a low level means it'll stay with you. Every upgrade is more meaningful than a leveling experience with one talent every 15 levels. Absolutely. I might be missing something. I totally agree with that. How can you dumb down a Warfront? Oh, there she is. Yeah, I'm not saying it's complicated because it's difficult to do. I'm just saying there's so many things going on that the choice of what you need to do and keeping track of what you need to do can become overwhelming, even if it's not at the forefront of your brain. It has a bit of a weight to it, and if you get too overwhelmed, you end up kind of disconnecting with it a little bit, and that's when you feel like, oh, there's so many things to do, but I don't want to do any of them. There we go, got the choker. Let's thank the nice people. If I can get into party chat, there we go. That was all I needed to do. So I'm going to head back to Stormwind. I'm going to run up the road. I do kind of want to explore a little bit more of the area, but I also want to do my Voidwalker quest, so I'm just going to run back. A little off topic, but do you have any advice for tackling a cleaning project that's been put off to the point where it's overwhelming? My brain just shuts down every time I try to start. So, there's two approaches. There's two approaches to this. And I haven't really decided which one I like better. Marie Kondo thinks that you need to do it all at once, like proverbially. You know, she thinks you need to start and just keep at it until it's done, because the experience of that will be so unpleasant that after it's done, you'll never let it get bad again, because you'll be scarred from cleaning it the first time. She doesn't say it in those exact words, but I'm pretty sure that's what she's getting at. The other approach to it is taking kind of the routine approach, where every day, or, you know, every time you do a thing, maybe every time, depending on what area it was, like maybe if it's your kitchen, every time you make a meal, or, you know, first thing in the morning, or right after lunch, or whatever, like have a routine, recurring time where you do a set amount of it that is manageable. So if it was like a basement, then maybe every time you go down there, you take one thing out of it and get rid of it, recycle, donate, whatever. Every time that you go down there, you just take one thing, and then then you can kind of whittle it down to the point where it is more manageable. Both are valid options. I think it really depends on what type of project it is. The other thing that I would recommend doing is, I like cleaning with music. Not everybody does, but I like having some headphones because it can be kind of fun that way. And I just like being very systematic about it, going, you know, just sectioning it off and maybe say, I'm going to do this cupboard. I am going to do this part of the project, and then get that done so you can see some progress without having to necessarily do the entire thing. But yeah, that is tough. How did you meet your husband? On the internet, through an old-fashioned dating website. Very few in-person friends, but I think an important thing is having an enjoyable or constructive hobby to occupy your time. Definitely agree with that. Let's see. Late for sure. Congrats on partner. Thanks. Cut your losses and play WoW. Just go full Aspen. Always an option, you know. You gotta live your life the way that speaks to you. More options BFA. It can be a problem. Most of those activities are not rewarding or meaningful. Let's see. I could never do the Marie Kondo option. I can't do cleaning projects all in one sitting, even if the things I'm cleaning aren't that bad. I also think that maybe, so when she says in one go, I don't think that she necessarily means one sitting, because she also mentioned at a different point in the book that the average amount of time it takes a client to finish their Marie Kondoing is like 8 months. I don't think she necessarily means in one sitting. So I don't really know exactly what she means, to be honest with you. But the way I did it, I just kind of did it not in one sitting, because I did my whole apartment. So, but I would do it. I just kept going. All of my elective time that was for projects, you know, I would still sleep and I would still relax and eat and whatever. But for the most part, free time was for that project, and I just kept doing it until it was done. I just couldn't stop until it was over. But I would still, like, you know, sleep and log into WoW and stream and stuff. So, you know, that line is really up to you. Is there a flight master anywhere? I know they exist in the cities. I do not know if there are any in the smaller areas. All right, this way, this way. I'm leveling a hunter, and I named my boar Eggs. Is that what he eats? Or is it just a cute name? Might have some good insight after your cleaning sprees. I feel like my brain works a bit like yours from what we talked about before. Yeah, I definitely did it one part of the room at a time, and that was disagreeing with Marie. Marie thinks that you should do it
that you should basically like pull all of your stuff out category by category. She says, you know, you do all of your clothes and then all of your this and all of your that. Her things are what, like clothes and then papers, and then what order was it? Clothes, books, papers, miscellaneous stuff, which to me is wild that it's its own category, because clothes, books, and papers comprise a very small amount of my overall possessions. Most of my stuff was either miscellaneous stuff or like hobby equipment, so fish stuff and plant stuff and kitchen stuff. Like, those are all one category to her, which is crazy to me. But yeah, she wants you to do it all in one go per category. And I like doing it one space at a time, although I do agree that, at least in the kitchen, I try to do it one cupboard at a time. And then I ended up redoing it while taking everything out of all of the cupboards because I needed to reorganize what was in each cupboard. I realized I had like similar items kept in multiple places, which wasn't the way I wanted it to do. WoW is a hobby? Sure. What add-on are you using to change your nameplate? Just started playing Classic. Thanks. Great stream. Sup, Timbox? This is Shadowed Unit Frames. You can get it along with any other Classic add-on. I got mine from my Twitch launcher. I don't actually have proper nameplates yet. I have default nameplates, and I was kind of wanting KUI nameplates, but it needed an update, and I didn't want to run it until it got them. Let's go turn in. So I'm curious about whether or not I get my Void Walker right away. There might be more questing I have to do, but I'm gonna get through it all on stream. I'm not finishing my stream until I have my Blueberry. No flight point until Westfall. No flight master in the horse riding training place. That's a Cata thing. Gotcha. Fear flight pass in Classic. Yeah, I discovered the one in Ironforge, and then I kept looking around in Keranos being like, where is it? And then I realized it wasn't there, and I was just going to have to run to my own 2 little dinky feet, which is fine. Murray Lady sounds really wild. She's fun. I'm into her teachings. I agree with a lot of them. I don't agree with all of them. But overall, reading her book and watching her show massively helped my life, because after doing a declutter and organize, following most of her principles, and particularly learning how to fold things, massively, massively better. I am so darned happy every time I open a drawer of my dresser to get out a shirt or some pants or some pajamas. It is so nice to be able to see everything and not have to dig underneath things. Everything stays folded until the exact moment when you need it. And I can very clearly survey all of my clothes. And also the fact that I've been trying, especially with my clothes, with everything, but with my clothes in particular, to only own things that make me feel really good when I'm wearing them, means that you don't have that choice anymore of looking at some shirt that you don't really like, but you're keeping it for some other reason, like somebody gave it to you, or it was expensive, or like you think it should look good on you, but it doesn't. And being like, well, I should wear this because I never wear this. And then you wear it and you don't feel good because you don't like it. You know, she kind of gives you the freedom, or she kind of gives you a rubric. Is that the right word? She gives you some criteria of what to keep and kind of lets you off the hook emotionally about hanging on to things that you don't need and that aren't working for you. So it's really, really nice to be able to pick out an outfit for the day and be like, I really like all of these things. And that has made me much more motivated to take much better care of my things. I used to just throw all of my laundry except for maybe bras, but the rest of it would all go into the dryer. And I would just like wash dry things, and I'd be like, all right, that's fine. And stuff would wear out over time, and I'd be like, wow, my clothes don't look good anymore, but I would keep wearing them anyways. And since I have fewer things, I'm now much more motivated to make them last. So I have a rack that I air dry my clothes on. I got a little basin with some hand detergent for things that are really nice that I want to actually hand wash in like a basin. And I can hopefully make my things last much longer, because anything that I really like is no longer getting exposed to dryer heat, which will actually break down things like elastic in particular. Anything with elastic or spandex or I was looking up the science of it. There was, and I don't remember it all because I was just Googling this last night when I should have been sleeping. But there was an interesting write-up about what actually happens when you heat up an elastic and how the heat, what was it? It was causing like a hydrogen atom to break off and then react with something else to like cause a chain reaction that sort of breaks down the polymer chain, I think. I'd have to read it again. It's not important for me to understand this. I don't know why I want to, but it was an interesting read about why heat breaks down elastic, and it made me feel more motivated to keep nice things out of the dryer. Okay. Okay. All right. I'm reading. By retrieving my choker and besting Serena. I feel kind of bad. She was just living her life. I'm direly in need of training. True. He's going to show me how to command a Void Walker. I must call one forth and subdue it. Use the magic of this choker at the summoning circle below. Use the Bloodstone choker, summon the Void Walker, and he will teach me how to do it. All right. So I guess we're going back down to that place I went to. I Marie Kondo'd my dorm. Now there is so much room. Love the file folding. Mm-hmm. It's wonderful. My boyfriend has been encouraging me to do just part of a project. Don't try to do everything. Pick a project for that day. Spend an hour completing something for it. It can be hard, especially when you get into something. I have a very hard time starting things, and I also have a hard time stopping things. I tend to be a bit of a slave to my impulses. And so it's very hard for me to do things if I don't feel like doing them. But then once I feel like doing them, I'm going in on it for a while. Like for a few months to half a year, I will be just intensely into it. And I've just been kind of going with that flow. I haven't really been trying to fight it, but I do think I need a little bit more structure in my life so that I can use more of my attention for things that I choose to do rather than just things that choose me. Belliani's doing hers. Okay, I want to see what her name's going to be. I wonder if I can do this on my own. Okay, no, it needs to respawn. All right. I could help her. I don't know if she wants my help. She seems to be doing okay. If she was going to die, I would help. All right, the summoning circle's back. I want to go upstairs and see what her name's going to be. I'm going to do that. You know, I'm following my heart. I want to see what her lock name's going to be. I can go get mine after. I hope she doesn't feel uncomfortable that I'm following her. She got Zetpad. That's a pretty good imp name. That's pretty good. Clothes, papers, miscellaneous items, and sentimental items. That was it. That's right. Is Deep Home worth leveling in? I do like Deep Home for the first, like, third of it, but you don't need to anymore. I do typically most of Hyjal, and then I do, so, all right. Is she going to summon her first one? Is she going to do it? Is she going to do it? Is she going to do it? I like Deep Home, and then Oldham. I like doing Oldham. Oh, she's doing it. What's she going to get? What's she going to get? She got Thanthic. She got Thanthic. He's Thanthic. Oh, that's a cool one. Okay, I'm gonna find it mine. I just had to know. I like how Marie Kondo taught me I can let go of clothes I don't like because they did serve the purpose of teaching me what I like or don't like. Exactly. That was the thing that really stuck with me, is that not everything's purpose is to be worn until it's broken. Some things, like if it was a gift and it's a gift that maybe doesn't make you feel good when you wear it, its purpose was for the person who gave it to you to let you know that they were thinking of you, and it served that purpose. And maybe it's okay that it served that purpose the day that you got it, and that it doesn't need to have an additional purpose of being your favorite thing. Not everything's going to be, and that's okay. And it's okay for you to let that go, especially if it's in a good shape and you can donate it. You can send it on into the world. You can free it from its prison of your home where it wasn't getting love anyways. And maybe somebody who will actually connect with it better can find it and start their journey with whatever item it was. It's okay to let go of things. I had some amount of guilt, some amount of hanging on to things, especially if I thought I might need them again later. And I freed up a lot of space by just kind of letting go of the concept of needing a lot of things. Because I imagine, like, if I had to just pack up and leave really quickly, I could probably grab 5-6 things and be totally fine and start over one day. You know, it would suck to not have things like, you know, that you've established, like, you know, I love my computer and my tea kettle and whatever, but these aren't things that I need. So once you establish that even the things that you use all the time, they're great, but you don't need them. You can still keep them, but it really changes your barometer for what other things you should keep, because there is a cost to having something that you don't use. Even if it doesn't cost you money to have it, you're still storing it. It's in your way. It's collecting dust. You either have to clean it or have to own a thing that's really dusty. It sounds silly, but it's very freeing to not have as many things. All right. So he's going to teach me how. And I can now summon my Voidwalker. I have lots of soul shards, so that's good. It will be in demo. Summon Voidwalker. I'm going to put it right here by my summon imp button. And Zigfip, what's our buddy gonna be? What's he gonna be? We got Zangnak. Zigfip and Zangnak. Hey, they have matching Zeds. Zangnak, Zongnak. I like Zongnak. Zangnak's a little too country. Zongnak. Haha. Excellent. Come, my friend. We have things to do. I want to go quest. Ooh, where do I want to go quest? Where's the good? So I'm going to want either crawler meat, coyote steak, clam meat. I'm thinking Westfall. Because Westfall's going to have coyotes. Westfall's going to have crawlers. But is Westfall going to be super busy? I guess I'll find out. I want to quest in Westfall. Set your house in a gold shower. It'll save you time when you start heading to Eastvale Logging Camp. Okay. That's a good idea. Is that the Zigfit? I want to turn all my old shirts into a quilt to remember those things but not have a ton of shirts from them. That's an excellent idea. Zongnak. They do sound related. The ZZ boys. I do have a Z in my own name. You got really decent demon names. I am very satisfied with them. We are going on an adventure. That one really rings with me. I like that it's sayable. Sometimes they're not. I mean, it's no Thanthic, but I like that it's sayable. I like that it has, you know, a nice strong finish. It's got a nice strong K finish. And I just think he just looks like if Dwayne The Rock Johnson was a Voidwalker and was like on an adventure, his name would be Zongnak. Oh no, life has gone to hell. Hazel's playing Classic. Oh, I am confirmed not on Herod. I'm not trying to streamer server, and I'm also not trying to streamer my own server. Let's go back to Goldshire and start up Westfall. I'm gonna hang on to that just because I worked real hard to make that Shimmer Stout, so in case I ever end up back at Lochmadan, I can do that one, but for now, I will not be worrying about it. Volrot's a good imp name. My first Warlock I made had a Voidwalker named Belthak. I've always liked it. First alt was an alt. My Voidwalker's name was Balsack. That's a good one. My guild leader likes PvP, only reason we're on the server. Yeah, I am very grateful that my guild leader does not care for PvP because I would not be doing it regardless. I understand that a lot of people are enjoying being on a PvP server, and that's great. That's not my life. That's not going to be my life. I just want to pick my flowers and quest and explore and farm cooking mats is what feels good for me. So I'm going to take the road. I could kind of cut over to the Forest Edge area, but I'm going to take the road and see. So, oh, you know what I should do? I bet you there's got to be somebody in Goldshire that sells me Warlock Grimoires. I don't think I need any specifically because I just got him, but I do want to check and kind of see what levels I'm going to be buying him Grimoires to teach him stuff, assuming that there's anything for him to learn. I know the Imp had some stuff coming. So right now, all he has is Torment. All he has is his Taunt. I'm going to let him auto-cast that for now. I have his Pet Attack continued to macro into my Immolite, so that'll be fine. I hate how your Voidwalker disappears if you use a flight path. Ooh, that would be kind of rough, especially because you need a Soul Shard to get him back. Joker is hiding from Zongnak. Wish I could properly motivate my boyfriend to do his clothes, figure out what he wants to donate. Still his clothes from high school, almost 31. Yeah. You gotta... I don't have any good advice for you. I got very lucky that my husband seemed to tap into the fact that it was important to me, and he saw me do it, and then he did it himself, and I think he's been enjoying the results. But it's not something you can really do for anybody else or get them to go into. It can help if you guys store your clothes separately. If you guys like, and that's something Marie recommends, is having everybody have their own space, so that at least anything that he's holding on to is in his space, and that you can still enjoy your space that you have organized without feeling like you're stepping over things that you don't have a choice over whether or not to keep. So like a separate closet or just like a separate area to keep things might help. If you're not already doing that, you might be. Oh boy. Tally. Cheers for the host. I feel bad because we're somewhat almost done, but we're not like almost done. Welcome to my day. I just made friends with my big blue boy over here, and we're going on an adventure to Westfall. Grimoires are all trainers. Oh, I forgot. I ran past Gold Chat. We're turning around. We're going back. I forgot that I was going to set my Hearthstone there. Are you using a guide? Absolutely not. No. What level are you? I am 10, and I actually set up my shadowed unit frame to show my level, my current level, on the left side of my power bar. So if you're ever watching the stream and you want to know what level I'm up to, you can check right underneath my name there. I know it's pretty tiny, but it should be there. I think maybe an imminent move would be a good motivation, so maybe a few years down the line. Puppy? There he is. He's such a sleepy boy. I bet we can zoom in on him a little bit more. I wanted to keep it a little out just in case I needed to... There. Because there's another bed that I could pan to that he might get into, but he seems to be quite comfy. He is in a cat bed. And that is the bed that his heart has chosen, so I'm just going to let him live his life. Alliance. I mean, I could be Horde, but Horde don't have gnomes, and I am just really winning over here with this. I don't think I could be any other way. I tried to be a dwarf, and she was great, but she was no gnome. She was not a gnome, so. Let's set my hearth over here. And kind of explore a little bit. I imagine there's probably a Warlock trainer around here somewhere. I'm just going to kind of look around until I find it. Make this in your home. That will do. Basement maybe? Oh no, I think that maybe the upstairs bedroom. Well, let's see who's down here. We have, oh, it is a Warlock trainer. And there's the demon, there's the Grimoire lady. Found her. Okay. So, right now I'm level 10. There's nothing new. I've already got Blood Pact and Firebolt. So, Firebolt rank 3 is at level 18. That's forever away. 18, 38, 28, 48. Is there anything soon? 14 is going to be Blood Pact rank 2. Okay. What else we got? 12, Phase Shift. Ooh, that might be nice. Although, I feel like now that I have my boy here, I think I'm going to keep using him for a while. He's going to get rank 2 of Torment. What else does he actually learn? He gets rank 3 of Torment. Oh, he'll get Sacrifice. Okay, that's later, though. That's way later. Goodness gracious. Okay. Consume Shadows. 18. Okay, so that's not too far off. And then he's also got Suffering. Interesting. All right. Good to know. Good to know. I don't think I need anything else trained. The next thing that I'm going to get, so at 12, we get rank 2. I'm not really using Curse of Weakness. 14. What's down here? Health Funnel. Oh, that'll be nice. That's a 12. Okay. And Shadow Bolt. I can't even afford Shadow Bolt rank 3 yet. I'm 2 levels away. I gotta make sure I got 6 silver by then. Oh, we better go farm some gold. Is he a husky? Joker is an Alaskan Klekai, which is like a hipster husky, except that they're tiny. He is a very small dog. He's like 10, 11, 12 pounds. He's like, you know, like huggable size. He's a little boy. Everybody sees him and thinks he's a puppy. He's a forever puppy. Okay. I visited the trainer. I got my inset. I am now free to wander off to Westfall. Do you think there's a breadcrumb I can pick up around here? Not those ones. I have not done Old Westfall. Ah, report to Grind Stoutmantle. That looks good. He is heading up the People's Militia. That sounds like a Westfall breadcrumb. Okay, sounds good. Anything else? Because typically, I do level in Westfall fairly often when I'm leveling on live servers, but it's like the cop storyline. They've like redone it. Never go to the Lion's Pride basement. Taliesin just sent us over to check out your awesome stream. How gracious of him. Very much appreciated. Welcome. And I hope your Sunday's going okay. Hazel, have you added any new plants to your collection recently? Not since I added the extra shelving, because I think I need to stop. I actually rehomed a few of my plants. I had a couple of duplicate plants, and at least 1 or 2 that weren't sparking joy. They were fine, but I wanted to try and I wanted to rehome them because I often get new plants, and I don't often get rid of plants. And if I'm gonna keep getting new plants, I should probably try to prune my collection now and then so that I'm not overwhelmed, because right now it takes me forever to water them. I need like a rolling cart, but I don't want to get one here because I don't really have a good place to store it. But a rolling cart so I can just roll around to the various windowsills where they live and like load them all up on my little trolley and then cart them over to where I can water them and then load them all back up to put them back. Because right now it's an awful lot of walking back and forth between the various windowsills in the sink. Mini Husky, basically, yeah. Probably slept like 12 hours in the past 4 days. Oh dear. Wandamal. Subbing on Twitch, 50% off in September. Oh, has that started now? Has that started? I heard about September. I heard it was sponsored by Subway. Man, Subway sponsoring stuff has made me realize that advertising works if you're already into the product anyways. Because Subway loves to sponsor Asian dramas. K-dramas in particular. They love a good Subway sponsorship, and it's so ridiculous because like the characters will like go, man, I'm hungry. Are you hungry? Let's go to Subway. And then they're there and they have to spend like at least 30 seconds. I'm pretty sure it's in a contract somewhere going, wow, this is really delicious. Is yours good? Mine's amazing. And they're just like taking a moment away from whatever like heart-wrenching thing they're working through to be like, man, this sandwich though, it's great. And every time I see one of those scenes, like a few days later, I'm like, man, we should get Subway. But I like Subway. The one thing that I like to do to metagame Subway, though, is, so I don't eat meat. I do eat seafood, but I don't care for their tuna sub. So I usually get a veggie sandwich. And on my veggie sandwich, I like tomatoes. And tomatoes are the one real roulette of Subway because they pre-slice them and just keep them chilled, which is a terrible way to store tomatoes. So you end up, if they're not busy, then they're not fresh. They're only good when they're really fresh. And if they've been there for like an hour or two, they're not okay anymore. So yeah, I only like to go to Subway if it's like actually lunchtime and it's a fairly busy location because then they're more likely to have had like fresh tomatoes available because if they've been sitting there for a little bit, you're not having a good time. Okay. Ooh, Westfall stew. Good, good, good. Oh, I'm going to get another recipe. I like collecting cooking recipes. I'm into that. Poor old Blanchie. Oh, she's okay. Doesn't she die? Spoilers. Doesn't she die on live? Didn't somebody shoot her? I thought she got shot. She's so tired. If you could bring a few handful of oats, that you can find some. Steer away from the horrific machine. Sounds good. Yeah. And she's going to give me a 4-slot bag, which I do not need. Old School Deathwood is one of the coolest questing zones. You should definitely check it out when you get the chance. Is it a rainy day? Not outside, but in my heart, yes. Puppy Zep. My coffee went cold. Oh, no. Mixed pots with smaller plants. Fun variety without taking up a huge amount of space. I am very attached to my single specimen plantings. I'm sure mixed pots are great. I have one that's like a big bowl, and what I have there are different, oh, what are they called? They're hen and chicks plants. I know the Latin name, but I forget it right now. Nobody cares. But I have a couple of different varieties of those so that they can spread across the bowl. But other than that, I very much enjoy having one thing in one pot, and then it has kind of like a personality to me. It's like, that's my Calathea, that's my Dracana, that's my Aglanema, and then the pots are also more manageable because they're smaller because there's only one thing in them. But I definitely appreciate your way of doing things. Yeah, she's dead in Kata. Oh no. I got Subway all the time at work so I can use their app. By the time I get there, it's all ready to go. Why does it seem like you run so fast? On my human pally, I feel like a slug. Is it because gnomes are so small it seems fast? Precisely. That is exactly why. Okay, what am I doing? So we're reporting to Grind Stout Mantle. Westfall Stew. There we go. So we're going to get a pocket watch from the wardrobe in his farmhouse at the pumpkin farm. Sounds good. And then oats. The oat quest is apparently difficult. This is going to be some really tough oats to grab. But that's fine. Is this the farmhouse? I will find out. Male Taurens feel so slow. I think that might be part of the reason why I enjoy being a gnome so much, is I do feel like I'm really motoring. I don't feel slow at all. I'm on my way. All right. Is his pocket watch here? Let's see. So let me read where exactly he said it was. Look for the field of pumpkins to the west. Is this a field of pumpkins? No, it's not. Let's go find a field of pumpkins to the west. So I'm going to go wester and look for pumpkins because I do not see any pumpkins over there. I do see a golem. Let's take this on and see how Zongnak is going to do. And 1 bolt. And I'm going to wand a little bit. And now I can probably soul drain. And there's the soul shard. Alright, I don't have a hellstone right now, so I'm going to make a new one. Do you have a Calathea? I read they're fussy plants, which puts me off of buying one as I've been a murderer of a lot of plants in the past. I do have one, and people told me it was going to be fussy, but I wanted one so badly I got one anyways. And the thing they tend to be fussy about, they don't want direct sunlight, so you don't want to put them somewhere where they're going to burn. And aside from that, it's a humidity thing. They prefer to be kind of like 50 to 60% humidity, assuming that you can get them that. So what I did, hang on, I need to get somewhere safe so I can show you. Well, I also want to like find this pumpkin patch. I'm experiencing a lot of conflicting interest right now. So what I did basically, and I'll show you the plant in a second because it's like right behind my desk, but I got a little tiny humidifier cup thing. It's like, it was like $13. It got on Amazon, very cheap, very tiny. And it just plugs in with USB so that I just have it plugged into power behind my desk. And that humidifies a very small area of my home, which is perfect because I only have the one plant that really needs it. So I just have the humidifier right next to the plant. I also have a little ergonometer, I don't know how to say that, but like a humidity meter next to it so I can monitor the humidity. And that way I can tell that it's like 55 over there with the humidifier on. But the rest of the room isn't getting crazy humid because you do want to be careful with high humidity. You don't want to cause mold. You want to make sure that things don't get too high. But I have a setup over there and it's been doing much better since then. So I'm going to risk it by standing like right over here and just grab it real quick. So you can see. So there's also, depending on which variety of Calathea, some of them are easier than others. I'm new to this, so I just Googled it. This is mine. This is my Calathea Freddy. And some of the old leaves are yellowing and coming off, but the new ones at the top all look pretty good. And since I got the humidifier, everything has seemed much like glossier and waxier. They look really glossy, at least in person anyways. There's a bunch of new growth on it. And it gets indirect light in that windowsill, and it just stays nice and humid. And that's, I think, has been keeping it happy enough anyways. So that's what I would recommend, is if you can have like, if you can get like a little cheap humidifier, because you don't need to do your whole room, especially if it's just 1 or 2 plants. And then just set up like a little corner that can be a little more humid. Any chrysanthemums? No. No, I don't. Proxy1, thank you very much for the sub. Welcome to the Squirrel Squad. Hazel, why are you so low still? Because I started yesterday and I am following my dreams, which do not involve going very quickly. I spent a variety of time yesterday doing things like fishing, farming cooking mats, and roaming the world looking for vendors to sell me various cooking recipes. Because that's kind of what... Oh, I found the pumpkin farm. I'm living the journey right now. Fire Dudes, thank you very much for the sub. Welcome to the Squirrel Squad. What is this classic nonsense? Is the world ending? I know. I know. I changed my mind. I figure I can probably try to find room in my heart for both of them. I just had to get started off stream. Oh, I found the wardrobe. I found the wardrobe. Ooh, that hunter does look nice. I love the white bear. Ooh, maybe I do want a hunter. I mean, I love being a warlock, but maybe I do want a hunter. I don't know. I'm having fun. Hazel, bye. I come back when you're playing real WoW. Fair, fair, fair. I can't win with that one. I had a lot of people message me and tell me that they were unsubscribing until such a time as I started playing Classic. Which I thought was really silly because, like, it'd be one thing if I was a WoW YouTuber. And then I was like, you know what, guys? I am now exclusively Minecraft content. And I never made another WoW video again. That would make more sense to me. But it would have been, like, playing Classic is technically switching. Right? Like, it's a different thing. There was quite a strong response. Any Black Lotus? No. Both in plants or in magic cards. Absolutely no Black Lotus around here. I've grown to love Classic. Follow your dreams. I spent the entire day yesterday fishing. You gotta do you. This is the real WoW. Listen. Both of them are the real WoW. And you don't have to pick one. It's not an iPhone versus Android thing. It's not an us versus them thing. It's not a red versus blue thing. It's not a good versus bad thing or a gamer versus non-gamer thing. They're both good. They're both valid. You can like both of them. You can have a cat and a dog And you don't need to validate your own decision to enjoy one over the other by anybody else's decision, because there's enough people to play both of them. And we can all be a bunch of WoW nerds, you know, playing WoW instead of doing things that are more important. So it's great. We can all be happy. Where am I going? I got the pocket watch. I need the oats. Where are the oats? Why? I'm concerned by how ominous the orange color on this quest is. Why are these oats going to be so difficult to get? Around all of the farms in Westfall, steer clear of the horrific machines. There are several farms southwest. Okay. I do love the very specific geographic directions. So southwest would be around here. So there should be some oats kind of around here. Do I loot them? Also, coyotes. I need coyote meat to make myself some forest dam food. Also, my buff fell off. Oh, dear. My buff fell off and my food buff fell off. So I'm going to get this back up because I need to finish eating this before I get the forest dam food. Skinning, making leathers. Happy watching you play either. They're both great. Yeah. No one has time to do both? I feel like people sometimes have time to do both. Red versus blue. I shouldn't mean about that because I don't think I actually watched Red versus Blue. I know a lot. I was around it. I feel like pop culture is so big that you can kind of absorb references without ever consuming the original material that it was referenced. And then one day you actually like come across the thing that you have been quoting and you're like, oh, hey, somebody actually said that. I thought that was just a thing that people said, right? That ever happened to you? That's my life half the time. Ooh, oh, there's a chicken thing to do out here. There's a chicken thing to do out here. Okay, hang on. What was it? I need to go to the farm. We're at Saldine's farm. This is where it is. I see chickens. There's a chicken thing. I know there is. Let me go talk in the farmhouse. I'm going to figure this out. I need a chicken. I need a chicken. I need a chicken. I need a chicken. Oats look like bags of oats in carts behind trees, buildings in the open. Okay. Red versus Blue is the first thing I watched with my boyfriend before we got together. Oh, that's cute. Gosh. I mean, I'm trying to think if I have anything like that with my husband. We met online, so we didn't do anything together before we got together because getting together was kind of part of, oh boy, this is why it's hard. Oh no, oh no. Am I going to be okay? I'm 10, it's 14. Zangnak's actually doing a bang up job. Could you taunt him, please? Thank you. I have 3 hots. I can wand a little bit. I do have my health stone and I have a health pot. And the thing's already like 59%. I have enough mana. I'm going to Shadow Bolt. I'm going to start with my health potion. And that was a good amount of health. Okay, we're going to keep going. I'm going to dot you with Immolate, but probably not Corruption. And then I'm going to Health Stone. That was a pretty good amount of health. Okay, good, good, good. And there we go. Excellent. All right, I made it. Whew, that was tough. I'm going to Band-Aid myself because I got those. I need special feed for the chicken, buy the feed from the farmer. Okay. Spoiler. I love the spoiler and then like the thing right in the same message. I think I did this back in Wrath, so it's not really a spoiler. Also, I think the whole concept of spoilers for Classic is hilarious because it's so old. Okay. So he wants me to kill some Harvest Watchers. I may as well pick that up now. Oh my god, I'm gonna get my first piece of gear that has stats on it. I don't have any gear that has stats on it right now. I am running around with a camping knife and a lesser magic wand that is green but no stats, and everything else is just random nothingness. Okay. So, inside, what do we have here? What do we have here? Oh, hey! I have a quest for you, apparently. All right, cool. You want the stew recipe? There you go. We can make some Westfall stew. Oh, Gore-Tusk liver pie. 4 stamp spirit. Good, I want that. So she wants some Gore-Tusk livers. I am on it, lady. I am your girl. Okay, and Westfall stew for that recipe, which does not give any stats. So less excited about that. Also, it asks for weird ingredients, but I'm still going to do it. That kitchen knife is actually a big DPS upgrade in case I ever end up stabbing things. So we'll do that. And she does not sell anything. Somebody does, though. I'm going to find the vendor. Are they upstairs? Ooh, somebody's been sewing up here. Somebody here weaves. Get that man on a game show. Oh, boy. Children playing that were born after vanilla was over. I was thinking about that. There are, right? You know, if the game's 15 years old, there's plenty of people, you know, that play WoW that are younger. And even, like, 14, I started playing WoW when I was 16. That's not that big of a difference. I'm sure many people started playing WoW at, like, 10, 11, 12, 13, even 8, 7. I don't know. I need feed. Hopefully I can afford it. I don't have that many silver, but this is very important to me. So who's gonna sell me some chicken feed? Oh, he will. Okay, cool. I can't turn in that quest because I haven't done it yet. Makes sense. Like to see what you have to sell. Special chicken feed. How much do I need? I'm gonna start with 1. Hang on. Okay, I'm gonna start with 1. I think I cluck at it and then it asked me for the chicken feed. I don't remember. I'm gonna go find one that's a little farther away because I don't want anybody to get in my way. Does it have to be any chicken or like a special chicken? You only need 1. I started when I was 6. 7 is the youngest Wowhead I know of. I was pregnant running dungeons in Lich King, and now my son plays. That's wild. Also adorable. Any chicken? Okay. All right, we're on it. We're on it. We're on it. I will ask for help if I need it. Oh, herb. What's that? Bruise wheat. Oh, I don't think I can get that yet. Nope. What? I'm gonna go try though just to see what level I need to be. I want to say 50. 100. Herbalism 100. Goodness gracious, golly gee, that's not happening. At least not today. Okay, make a macro, gonna spam it a bit. Well, now I want to type it. I don't know why I'm feeling so ornery, but it's a good excuse to use the word ornery. Ooh, coyote. Okay. He's gonna drop me some meat, and I'm gonna cook it, and I'm gonna eat it. Immolate. I'm gonna do the casted dots first, just before the thing gets to me. And I have mana, so I'm gonna Shadow Bolt. I'm gonna Shadow Bolt once, and then I'm gonna Drain Soul. And we'll stock up on Soul Shards a little bit. Maybe I started this too early. Yeah, he really doesn't hold threat very well, does he? Yeah, there's the coyote meat I'm after. That's what I'm talking about. All right. Which one of you is going to be my buddy? I'm going to put my pet on passive just in case I accidentally click this thing. I think it's you. You look cute. Okay. Slash chicken. Something's probably going to happen. I bet it'll be in chat. Slash chicken. I'm just going to type it because this is my life. I know I could make a macro. I don't care. I'm being really stubborn. Slash chicken. Slash chicken. Well, now I've started something. I feel like I'm playing Type Racer. You know, every time I summon this chicken, I will know that I typed for it. I don't actually get to type that much on stream. What's gonna happen? It's gonna put something in chat, right? Make a macro? No! I don't wanna! I'm being stubborn. I get weirdly stubborn when people tell me to do things, even if it's like a really good idea. I am a 7-year-old child that doesn't want to clean my room just because my mom told me to. Slash chicken. Slash chicken. Slash chicken. I'm not giving up. Hang on. I need better ergonomic typing posture. I feel like a really overachieving administrative assistant who is typing at like speeds that are unnecessary for her job just to show off in the office. Also, she got a mechanical keyboard just so that everybody knows how much typing she's doing so she can like passive aggressively flex on all those people that are on Facebook, you know? This is the most gaming I've ever done in my life. Why not make a macro? Because I'm kind of dumb. I'm also kind of enjoying myself. Try a different chicken? But I want this one. Does it just not work with some of them? If I'm going to be doing this forever, that's kind of silly. Also, how do I know? It's going to be a chat command, right? Use the up arrow. Repeats your last line. I don't know. That feels like cheating. Almost there. Do you not change chickens? It should work with all of them. Okay. He will have a chat bubble on mouse over. Right now it just says critter. He will turn friendly. Okay. So his name will turn from yellow currently to green. Yes. I can't give up now. I've started. I really hate that. I hope they find a way to... Oh. Did it wrong. To fix that. Because the spam, it's not cute. It's really not cute. So while I do this, anybody got any really great ideas for what to do with an extra day in the weekend, with like Labor Day? I mean, I'm probably just gonna work. I'm probably just gonna try and make a video because I would like to continue to make at least one a week. And also I really want to get that microphone review done. And that's gonna take me some doing. I want to make steam buns. Can I make steam buns in my Instant Pot? I feel like I should be able to. I ate some steam buns when I was at that dumpling restaurant last weekend, and they were delicious, and I wanted to try and do it because it was just a very satisfying thing to eat. And I bet I can do it. I should probably try to master making actual bread first, because I'm still not that good at that. And not saying steam buns aren't actual bread, but I should probably try to master making bread that is traditional to my culture. Slash chicken. Slash chicken. This chicken is going to be my best gosh darn friend. It is going to be worth the carpal tunnel. I can't give up now. How do you... Is that how I spell chicken? I've looked at the word so many times, it looks weird. Chicken. Chicken. Now I have to Google how chicken is spelled because I don't trust myself anymore. It wouldn't be working. I wouldn't be doing the macro if it wasn't spelled that way. I've just seen the word too many times. Chicken. Chicken. Yeah, that's right. I'm losing my mind. Slash chicken. This is the one. This is mine. And it's gonna work. Here. If we're doing this on stream, I may as well unlock this and we can... I'll make sure I'm doing this right, and you guys can all laugh at my typing mistakes. Because this right here is content. Did I think it was going to take this long? No. Did I anticipate this much typing when I signed myself up for this weird, stubborn, bizarre, and completely unnecessary challenge? Not especially. My poor gnome, look at her. Spelled above the NPC, also true. Five hours later. Nuh-uh. Right? Right? Yeah, you get a pet. Feeding comes after this step. I have the feed. That's all set up and ready to go. Just make a macro. No! Every time somebody tells me to do it, it makes me want to do it less. This will work. Eventually. The word chicken really starts to look wild after you stared at it long enough, though. It starts to look like chic Ken. As in, like, a Ken Barbie doll that's very fashionable. Hang on, I need a minute. Hazel, don't make a macro. Thanks, Felix. I'm gonna be right back. We're not giving up, but I'm gonna be right back. goodness, my cat has sat down in my office. I put one of the beds in here for her, and she's actually using it. And I hope that she continues to do that, because then in future streams I can have like a much easier cat cam, because that was originally what the pet webcam was for, you know? Also, does anybody know, just off the top of their heads? Never mind, never mind, never mind, never mind, never mind. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Feed. Special chicken feed. I just ate it. I just ate it. No! What? Slash. Oh my god. Oh no. Oh no. I just ate the feed. I ate it. I ate it. Why did they let you eat it? Why did they let you eat it? My buddy. Oh no. Oh no. I thought I had to use it. I ate it right in front of him. Oh no. Oh no. Oh dear. I need an emote. Alright, I died right here to the golem dude because I didn't have a healthstone ready, or I didn't use it. So I'm gonna get a new healthstone. I'm gonna get some more mana. Eat some buff food. It's gonna be fine. It's gonna be fine. I had a great place over there. Nothing was trying to fight me, so that's good. We can go back there. You know what? I'm not gonna... Well, no, I am gonna get him. I was gonna say, I'm not gonna get him back because... Oh, he was on passive. I wonder if I didn't... Well, my macro should have had it doing. You must be the only person to die during the chicken quest. I'm not leaving here without a chicken. You know what? I'm getting an extra one just in case. Just in case I manage to eat it again. I have a backup. I have a spare. Just in case you get hungry. Mm-hmm. I can't believe they let you eat it. Restores 30 health over 15 seconds. Not worth it. Not worth it. Alright. It was you. It was you. The thing I was gonna ask when it happened was, on average, what the average spread is of times for, you know, for when people are doing the sane human being thing and spamming the macro, what the average amount of time is, or what the average amount of times to do it before it actually, like, happens. $60 or $50? Okay. It's fine. Sounds about right. It's a cheer? It said cluck. But is slash cluck even a thing? It's not. I don't know. I'll slow down a little bit. Oh, there it is. There it is. There it is. There it is. Okay, so now it says requires the feed. Complete. Yeah. Yeah. Hey, buddy. I got my chicken. And that chicken is going to be with me until the end of time. Takes 20 seconds with the macro. Sure. Yeah, fine. You have your macro chicken. I clawed my chicken out of the earth with my fingers. And oh man, congrats on world's first chicken pet. I was here. Proud mummy bear. I could have, like, in the time it took me to do that, I could have gone and bought an actual chicken and been like, hey guys, this is my pet chicken. What am I here for now? Okay, so the oats spawn in bags, but like it is kind of dangerous around here, so I'm just gonna go turn in the pocket watch. And I want to get to like level 11 or so. That seems like a good thing. You say that until you get a warg pup. Never a dull moment. Organic chicken, no added macros. Oh, that's a good clip title. Okay. I'm exhausted. That took a lot out of me. Time to start thinking about what's for lunch. Maybe it's time. Maybe it's a good day for like an instant pot mac and cheese. I wonder if I have any broccoli left. Pocket watch is in the cabinet. Yeah, I already got it. I just got to turn it in. Have you gotten used to Twitch chat? I think so. I mean, it's basically, I was concerned it was going to be when I originally switched from YouTube live streaming. I thought it was going to be a very different culture. And what I've discovered is that the culture of Twitch chat is very much individual to a Twitch stream. So my culture of chat is really exactly the same. I don't think anything changed. Give me the milk. Give me the milk. Oh, you're gonna give me both? Wow. We eating good over here. Look at this little buddy. Look at this little buddy. Also, I need like 10 more experience. I am going to find some coyotes maybe, because then I could get some meat. I could cook the meat. It's okay. It's under clips. Yeah. Yeah, no, I do an Instant Pot mac and cheese that's like, I think I'm going to talk myself into it because I have some blue cheese to put into it. It's really creamy. It's probably very high calorie. It's not a diet food, but it's like a really creamy. I do steam a little bit of broccoli to mix into it to get like a little bit of an extra texture going on. Sometimes I have it with breadcrumbs on top, but honestly, breadcrumbs are, I don't know if maybe I just need to make my own breadcrumbs. I don't know if I'm at that point in my life yet, or I'm ready to start making my own breadcrumbs. Also, there was no follow-up quest, was there? Oh, never mind. I'm on a bunch of quests from the farm. I need Gore-Tusk livers, Westfall stew. I am not ready for that yet. Although, I thought I killed a few Harvest Watchers. Oh no, I killed Harvest Golems. I see, those are different. Okay, so maybe some Gore-Tusks. That might be good. I've clipped like 2 things ever. Twitch clipping is something that I don't super... Like, I understand the basics of it, but I don't understand how clips become, like, their own thing. I don't know. I don't know what I'm trying to say. Let's kill this. I feel like this might have something for me. So, we're going to do this. We're going to do this. I still feel like I want a hunter. I really like my Warlock, but I feel like I also want a hunter, and I don't want to play alts in Classic. Do I? Do I want that? I guess maybe I do. I don't know. I would love the joy of, ooh, bracers. Do I want those? I could. I want the joy of being able to choose my own pet. I know there's like a best choice, but I would love to be able to find something and just like have it, you know, because I picked it, right? Hunter alt? Maybe. How does one play WoW without alts? It's impossible. It's the eternal struggle. Okay, so we're level 11 now, and I think that is a good part for me to call it a day. Thank you all for joining me on this journey and for the emotional support on my illogical chicken grind. I'm going to be back tomorrow morning first thing. I don't know what I'll be playing, but we'll figure something out. Maybe more of this. Maybe it'll be a Hunter Day. Who knows? But tomorrow morning, same time, same place. Appreciate the subs, appreciate the bits, appreciate the host. All very good. If you are a Twitch sub, keep an eye out on your email this afternoon. I'm going to be sending out the wallpapers. Same thing if you are a Patreon supporter or a YouTube member or whatever. And then the other monthly posts are going to be happening too because it's September 1st. So thank you, everybody, and I hope you guys have a wonderful, wonderful day.